As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above our town, I can finally see you now. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain in your smile. I can finally see you now. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain in your smile. I can finally see you now.
That song was Litty Titty.
Huh?
That song was Litty Titty.
What was it called?
That shit was good.
Paul Flint Savage. I'll take a picture of that so I can...
Paul Flint Savage. I'm gonna add that to my playlist.
There you go. Now I can put that on my list. Alright.
Yeah, that's pretty alright, I think. Yeah, it's picking us up fine. What's up, guys? Welcome to just a little bit of a chill stream. We decided we wanted to just hang out for a little while. I do have a video coming tomorrow. It isn't. It's not my finest work, but it is going to be a video nonetheless. Time kind of ran out to do the other video idea I had, which was we were going to do a review on his clutch. It probably still is going to have. We'll probably film it tomorrow. On his comp stage 2 clutch, but well, basically tomorrow's video is just going to be an update on the Kia and what's going on with it, because I know a lot of you guys have wondered. It's one of my highest viewed videos is the Kia itself getting its own video, so I did a little bit of video just talking about it, so that'll be tomorrow's stuff. But basically this stream, I'm going to bring this down a little bit so it picks us up a little bit better. We're just going to be talking about, now they can't see you. This is really difficult. I think, man, this mic is like really difficult to set up because it's like the arm isn't long enough to where I can like hang it somewhere. I mean, I could jerry rig it up there like I did the first time I ever used this. So we're gonna send it. Apologies for how bad this probably is gonna sound for you guys. Is this safe? Not really. But we are just going to send it. You know, better thought? I'm not. Because this is gonna take.
I was about to say I don't.
This will take. This will take too long to set up. There we go. All right, back to normal. Actually, that actually works out pretty well. It's like perfect. It's like really good height. Yeah, perfect. All right, now we're ready. Okay. So, anyway, this stream is basically just gonna be like a chill out stream. We'll be talking about cars and all that stuff. There was more of us here a little while ago. Unfortunately, Michael couldn't make it tonight. It's his mom's birthday, so he's chilling with his family, of course. Hayden's, of course, here, as always. Kaysen just left, and Integra Brandon just left as well, so it's just us now. We might try to get some of them over Skype. Probably, I'll see what Michael's doing. We can try to get him over Skype, and we can have him in the chat on the live stream as well. And I'll see what Kaysen's doing. He's not about to go to sleep. He's got work in the morning, but...
Oh.
What?
Work in the morning. Oh. On Saturday.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Dude, I hated that. When I worked at Advance, they do that to me all the time. They'd be like, yeah, you gotta come in an opening on Saturday. I'm like,
Oh my God.
I don't think that only happened once. I think I only open once on Saturday. I open pretty much every Sunday.
My buddy Isaac's working 7 days a week, 12 hours until Christmas.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
That's terrible.
It's atrocious. Hey, at least he's making good money, though. He's got a freaking Skyline.
Yeah.
That.
He gets compensated for it, but God, that sucks. Still.
Yeah, it's still really blows.
I don't care how much you make. That still sucks.
Yeah. Does he get paid vacation days?
What do you mean?
Like my dad does. My dad, like, he can take vacation days and they'll pay him.
I'm not 100% sure now, because they get, like, laid off between shows.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they can have as long a break as he wants. He's been on a break for, like, 9 months.
Oh, wow.
Because he doesn't have to work.
True.
It pays so good. Alright, but anyways.
But, yeah, so basically we're just going to talk about random things about cars. I think basically one thing I want to start off with, and I was going to say this for the next podcast, but I changed my mind. Favorite mod on each other's cars. And since, you know, Kaysen and them were here, well, I guess we'll throw them in as well.
Throw everybody in.
Yeah, we'll throw everyone in.
Everybody's on the videos recently.
Yeah, we'll throw Michael in there. I'm actually going to text him right now, see what he's doing, so we can get him in on Skype over here.
Should we start with Michael's?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll start with Michael's car. Favorite mod on Michael's car. So the Charger doesn't have a lot of stuff to go with. There's not a lot of stuff on the car yet. You know, he's got the mid-muffler and he's got the intake.
I like the mid-muffler, but also like all the vinyl.
Yeah, you like all the vinyl?
It makes it look so unique. It's cool.
Yeah, it's a very unique car. It's.
I wish I was as good with vinyl as Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
Because I would do similar things to my car, but I don't. I can't even lay the screen protectors on.
On the switches?
Like on the switch or on like an iPhone or anything. Looks like trash, dude. There's bubbles everywhere.
My parents did the one on this, and you can kind of tell it's a little bit crooked because you can see part of the screen like right there.
I'm gonna get Michael to put on all my
on your
phone
phone
screen protectors.
Because Michael killed it on the hood wrap. As much as he hates to say it, he killed it the hood wrap on the Honda.
I could have never done that. I can't. I'm not patient at all.
But I might talk to him about the wrap from the truck idea I've got. See if he would be willing to do it, because I think mine would probably be a little bit difficult, especially with the hood.
No, I
The hood will be a pain in the balls. The doors I think will be hard too, because you know how my doors, they kind of come down and then they flex out like that and then they go back down. The little trim piece, I don't think that might be difficult. I got to talk to him about it and see what he can do. I just texted him. We'll see if he can get in on my stream, because that'd be cool to have him on. I think I'm gonna go with the mid muffler in his car. I think that's my favorite. I mean, it's the one that made the most difference to me. The intake, I sometimes forget even has it on there. You can't hear it. It's not like the Taurus. The Taurus will scream with that intake on. What about you? What do you got for his car?
Like I said, the vinyl and the
Vinyl.
mufflers.
Okay, so what about Kaysen? Kaysen's car is very similar. It's not. There's stuff done to it. It's a little bit more. It's obviously more than Michael's car, but there's not like a lot to choose from. We haven't. He got a Plenum spacer recently put on the car. I'm pretty sure. I'm surprised he hasn't covered that on his own YouTube channel yet. We haven't seen anything out of that yet. I haven't ridden in the car in months. I honestly, I'm stuck between the taillights and the Tomei. As loud as the Tomei is and how I don't like the tone, it is one of the most easy, sure ways to identify him in traffic. And the only reason it's really shrieky like that is because he doesn't have cats.
Yeah.
If he had the factory cats on, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But then it wouldn't be as loud, which is what helps identify
I like
him.
the Tomei. The Tomei looks nice.
It does look good for sure. I never really thought that the J35
It's a
was.
sexy ass exhaust.
Yeah.
The burnt tip, the big
Yeah.
fat can, man.
Nothing beats a burnt tip. And I'm mad because I thought about when I was first looking into doing the Flowmaster before my uncle beat me to the punch about putting a burnt tip on it. But I was like, I talked to Michael about it and he was like, that just looks retarded.
Yeah,
Trucks,
that's a
I don't think-
JDM
yeah.
thing. That's a tuner thing.
Trucks can't pull off burnt tips.
No. Like Challengers or Chargers or Mustang, nobody needs to be rocking the burnt. No.
They do make the EcoBoost Mustangs. Tomei has it though. But that thing's the closest the JDM American cars can get.
Except the fucking land yacht size of the goddamn thing.
Oh, it's not a Camaro. Oh no, the Camaro's smaller. Dude, imagine a 4-cylinder Challenger.
Wouldn't go.
You know how much space you'd have in the engine bay? They'd have to make a 350 horsepower 4-cylinder for that to work. Because those things weigh 5,000 pounds as it is. Yeah. I wonder how heavy the Hemi motors are. Because I bet that probably plays a huge part in their weight. Besides the fact they're practically got a pig iron.
I was say they're just massive, dude.
Okay, how many times have we in the dog dodge in the last few days?
I mean, they're just heavy. That's the only thing about them.
We let them have it in the last video.
Their power plants are on point. They're just
Yeah,
heavy.
the Hemis are great.
Crazy. Like if they were like just Mustang size, they would be fast.
Yeah, that'd be obnoxious. If
I mean, they're already fast. Like I'm not already at least smoke my ass all day, but they'd be fast.
They'd be ridiculous if they had if they were Camaro sized. Oh my gosh, because the Camaro's tiny compared to the Mustang and the Challenger. Okay, so I think there's 2 votes for Tomei. Okay, Integra Brandon's car, he doesn't have anything done to it besides
a radio.
nothing. A radio that he didn't put in. I don't think. Did he? He didn't put that in. So
His new coil packs. There you go.
There you go. Favorite mod is the coil packs. They don't seem to work.
I don't know.
Or maybe it popped out.
That's probably. I think they still work. I think it's something else.
But okay. What else do we have? I guess my favorite for your car. I think the headlights by far.
Headlights.
The headlights are freaking amazing. I haven't really, I haven't driven your car since you got the clutch in, and I don't expect to for a few months. Or at all. I think the headlights take it right now. The exhaust too. The exhaust is really cool. Sure, it's the eBay exhaust, but it's still better than stock.
Yeah, kind of.
What else do we have? We have. Who else has been in videos recently? Shoot.
I think it's everybody, right?
I think besides me, which that one's gonna be difficult because everything's kind of jank on the truck at the moment.
Yes, the tuner.
Yeah, the tune's pretty brutal. That's like my favorite thing about it too, actually. I love the tune. Any sport track guy, get a tune immediately. It's awesome. Well worth the $400 I spent to do it. And probably we'll spend more on in the future with the engine project concluding. Because I wonder if they're even going to help me with that. Friend speed. I wonder if I email them like, hey, these are the specs with this cams. Help me out here. I wonder if they'd even do it. Because I've seen you could drive cars that have cams in them on too, and it just does not sound good. I'm like the idea of changing things up like that, and not having it a tune, is probably scares me.
Have it too, especially romping on it.
Yeah, that'd be good. I could probably move it, like just put it around, but I would not want to let it rip all the way to 55 or 6K. I think that's basically everything for that topic. So apparently, Case and I were talking about this a few minutes ago. I mentioned it to you briefly about Aston Martin changing their V8 to a straight six.
Mm-hmm.
That's something weird. I think they're trying too hard to be like the Supra now. For the twin turbo straight six. I think it's twin turbo. It might be not. It might not be. I don't know. I've seen straight sixes are making a comeback though.
Maybe.
Oh, have you seen they finally leaked the front nose of the new Supra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Mark V Supra forms leaked the front end, and now that's out in the public. What's one of your favorite experiences in your car?
Which one? Dash out?
Any of them. I guess we'll go in order. We'll start with the Mustang. What's your favorite experience in the Mustang? I know you probably don't have a lot. Because that car, I know you hated that car to death.
Overheating in Douglasville? No. When my drive shaft blew out on the way home from work. Oh, what about the coil pack?
Yeah, you're chasing it in the gas station parking lot.
Yeah, changing that in the gas station parking lot.
The thermostat housing, right?
Thermostat housing blowing up. My water pump blowing up. Oh man, that thing was just so much fun to have.
Yeah.
Oh, getting asked 100 times a day. Is it a V8?
Oh, but that sucked.
No, and then that's cute.
Your disappointment in their eyes. Oh.
Okay, yeah, I guess. I mean, it was only $6,000 more for the V8, but shit, I should have took out payments, right?
Yeah. Okay, the Genesis. So obviously you didn't have a good experience at all in the Mustang, did you?
No, I do not recommend a V6 for a Mustang.
Unless they have low mileage.
Unless you just want to get made fun of. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get shit upon. But
yeah. I mean, to me,
a V6 car, get a Genesis. There you go.
I mean, to me, the 4.0 doesn't like. I've learned a lot. I got a lot more respect to it now than I did. I still would much rather have a 3.7 over it if I had to buy a V6 Mustang at all.
I'm gonna have an American car. It's gonna have a V8.
Yeah.
American doesn't do anything else right.
I mean, the SRT4, that was done perfect. Besides the
fact
that
it explodes.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, but
yeah, I don't dig American. Like, yeah, no, you guys can keep. Just keep making V8.
The Grand National.
Nasty. You want to go deal with those wiring harnesses? Look up videos on it. Everybody has an issue with it. They have shit wiring. GM has shit wiring.
GM is. I'm just kidding. The Corvette's great.
Have you seen the C4 Corvette and its wiring issue?
Does it have issues too?
Yes, my dad had a C4 Corvette and that digital dash.
Oh, I thought that was cool.
Except it doesn't work ever. But the Genesis, let's see.
Unfortunately, never got to take it to Import Alliance. I bet that'd be up there.
Casing, that was pretty fun. Torching Michael in the Taurus, that was pretty fun.
Just the victories that thing had.
Oh yeah, it spanked up on everybody. Beating Simon in his 335.
That was a shocker. I was in the car for that one, and I remember that. I was like, whoa, because 335s are fast cars.
They got turbos. They got two of them.
They got twin turbo straight sixes. In the N54 is the German 2Js, some people call it, and I was like, wow, that went a little bit better than I expected.
Who else does smoke in that thing?
Who did you not beat in that thing? I'm trying to think. I mean, we never raced because I don't race.
Yeah. I don't know how that would have went though.
Yeah, it would have been a freaking train length on
that. Was like almost even before you got the tune.
Yeah, because I didn't get the tune until right before you wrecked it. Or, I won't say you wrecked it because that sounds bad. It met its demise.
I wrecked the shit out of it. But...
Oh, crap.
Yeah, just all the people I smoked in that thing.
Yeah, that thing was a monster.
That thing was fast.
I totally,
They got torched by a Coyote, though.
Yeah. That's expected. Coyotes are fast cars.
He wouldn't stop either, was the thing.
So you let off and he was still going?
We're on 20, and he kept trying to get me to go. He would, get up there, and he would, downshift real loud, and this thing sounded like shit. Dude,
it was like Roush Axlebacks, off-road X, and long tubes?
I don't know what it was. It sounded gross. Because it would just, sound like static on a TV when it'd go by. And he would just, keep coming up right beside me on my driver's side, and he's like, and then just take off, and then, fall back, and he's like, you'll honk. And I'm like, I'm not gonna race. I know what's gonna happen. And I'm like, fine. If this kid will leave me alone, I don't know how. And he was like my age. I'm like, how? All right, Dad. All right, your dad hooked you up big time.
Yeah.
And then he torched me. And then he left me alone. I turned on 285 and I was gone.
I don't know. Maybe Coyotes S197s are falling in value. Yeah. In general, you can get a 3.7 for under 10 now.
Yeah, you can.
That's actually.
They've been under 10 for like a while now.
Yeah.
Because back before I even got the S2000, I found some that were under 10. I found a bagged one that was like 11.
Oh, you should have bought that.
Hell no, that thing's nasty. I'm not getting another V6 Mustang. Are you kidding me?
Even though the 3.7's good, it's better. It's better than the 4 and the 3.8.
No, I'm good.
And whatever came before the 3.8. I don't even remember what came before the 3.8.
No, I'm good. I'll take a pass.
I mean, if I had
V6 and a shitty manual, I'm good.
I mean, it's better than the new MT82s at least.
Dude, this thing sounds like butthole.
I've heard some that sound good, but it's really hard to make them sound good.
Like
it takes a lot of money and a lot of effort to make a 3.7 sound.
I would rather buy Genesis.
Yeah.
It'll sound way better.
The only thing I don't like, the only thing that drove me nuts.
I'd rather buy a 350Z.
I would buy the 370 though, personally. But you're not buying one for over 10 or under 10.
Yeah, like good luck with that. You're looking at 350 money.
Yeah. What was that I was gonna say? The only thing I don't really like about the Genesis, you have to have an engine leash on them to get into second, and even then it doesn't work.
Yeah, transmission mount.
Yeah. Because R-Spec Ryan had an engine leash, a transmission mount, and a short though, and it's still.
I don't know what was up with his because mine was never that bad.
Yeah. Because I remember
I had issues. What did I do? I had I changed the transmission fluid and it helped a lot.
Yeah.
I put the stuff that R-Spec Ryan runs in his car because that's what he's talking about, and it helped mine. I had some issues still, but I think that was just be expected. But it was fine because I never did dig races.
Yeah.
So I was usually already in second.
Yeah.
Or third.
Well, it was like, what about the S2000? I guess we'll knock that out first before I change this topic up. Favorite experience in that car. We haven't done too much with it yet. It's been a caffeine octane once.
Beat casing.
You kept up really good with Michael's car.
Kept up with Michael.
That's what was shocker. I was kind of like, I wasn't expecting you to beat the G at first because, you know, the power difference between the two cars. I didn't really account for how much lighter the S2000 is. I figured that thing weighs like as much as a feather. Yeah. And the Charger, though, that was a shocker. And he told me you were like almost door to door with Michael. I was like, huh?
Till 100.
Yeah. And then it was game over from there.
And then he just freight trained.
I wish I could have seen that. When was it? That was that one day that the battery died in it, didn't it?
No.
That wasn't the same day?
No.
Was it that day we went to that classic show? I think so. Because that's right, y'all left me.
Yeah.
And I had to find my way back to Iron by myself.
We left you on the way there, too.
Yeah, y'all did. Thankfully, I knew where I was going, kind of. I did get lost when I pulled
ran
up.
past it.
Yeah, it didn't tell me to turn there. It told me to turn the next turn out, like up. And that's why I got lost.
I was following Michael because I would have missed it, too.
Yeah. Alright, what was your least favorite thing about your three cars? I know everything. I mean, you're going to say everything for the Mustang.
Yeah.
We'll just skip that
one.
V6
Mustang.
We'll skip that one.
What's the worst part about having a V6 Mustang?
We'll skip that one. We'll go to the Genesis. What was your least favorite thing with the Genesis?
I guess the second gear lockout.
The second gear.
The rip in my driver's seat.
Yeah.
That always bugged me.
Wasn't that there when you got the car, though?
It was, like, very tiny. And it just got bigger as I daily drove it and put, like, 20,000 miles on that car.
Yeah. And, what bugs you about the S2K?
A lot.
Really?
The front bumper.
Yeah.
The paint in general. The mileage. The gassy smell. Like, I know it's just the test pipe life, but Jesus Christ, the Genesis, it was not nearly as bad as it is. I got sick the other day because of it.
I wonder if you might have an exhaust leak or something.
I wouldn't doubt it with the shitty
eBay
gaskets.
eBay.
It is hella gassy.
I had to get that Buddy Club, it'll fix it.
Maybe.
So, Magnum said his truck build is 2/3 of the way done, and his coworker said he needs a paint job because it looks like a state trooper car. What car do you think about painting it? Because,
let's go around the table. What do you plan on painting yours? Because I know you want paint.
I originally wasn't going to talk about it, but since it's a live stream, it's going to go private anyway after this. I'm looking at two colors, or three colors. I've got Deep Impact Blue off the S550, Shoreline Blue off the Genesis, and Nebula Black vinyl. and I'm stuck between the three. I really like the Nebula because it'll be completely different and it'll make me stand out in a crowd. People will be like, "Oh yeah, that's just one. That's the only Gets truck." Shoreline will also be a little bit different because their bright blue. Bright blue was not on the color palette for the Sport Track at all, but the Deep Impact is just a bit more vibrant of my color.
In the sun.
Yeah, in the darkness, it'd look identical to what the color it is now, and that's why I'm kind of like shying away from Deep Impact more and more. I'm starting to lean more towards Shoreline or Nebula Black, because
I just don't think that truck's gonna be too hard for Michael to wrap.
I think so. I think it would definitely go to a shop.
I think it's gonna be because those things, Jesus Christ. I've been watching a lot of rapping videos and like stuff like that.
It's tricky.
Hard.
It's very tricky, and that's why I'm like.
That stuff is so entertaining to watch too.
Yeah,
like,
satisfying.
Like watching people rap cars. I've been like, this stuff. Wow, that takes talent.
I can't.
Oh my god, it's hard.
I think out of yours, and Michael's cars, yours would be the easiest to wrap. Yours has the most flat panels.
Yeah. Because
Michael's car has like that like dip in the door that the Chargers have.
It's easy to lay vinyl and something like
flat.
The way it's shaped.
Yeah, it's not like a very jagged edge car. Mine will be difficult for sure, especially with the hood I want. That's gonna be a pain.
Oh my god, could you imagine trying to wrap my Genesis?
Oh my gosh,
That'd
have been so hard. Yeah, it's a really good selection of colors. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. I'm stuck between the three. I'm like really thinking the Nebula because, like I was saying, that'll be a very unique color that only it will have. And plus, it'll look better with red neon.
There you go.
Because that's my whole argument. I want to get red underglow and put demon eyes on the truck. I want to put the halos in. That way I can always run red lights everywhere whenever I'm parked. Because the blue just doesn't look right to me. I've seen cars try to run the blue on the halos and stuff, and it's like, looks okay. But the red looks a lot more sinister.
I want to paint my car white and have red underglow with all the red accents.
That's gonna look freaking mean.
With the Volt T37 like red.
Little red stripe. That's gonna look so cool. So I guess one thing we'll go into again, since this is a private stream, only the people watching this are gonna know about it. What's your favorite upcoming mod that you have that you're wanting to do? Paint.
Paint's got me pretty excited.
What about our little secret project? If you wanted to talk about that at all.
I want to do it though. That's my issue with it.
Really?
I don't know if I'm gonna keep the car that much longer.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see it in my life like 2 years down the road.
What do you think? By then you're trying to get a C5 or get into the Coyotes?
I don't know what I'm gonna try to do. I might be lame and think about maybe a house, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I might think about getting something else.
Yeah. But if you were to keep it, then send it.
I don't think with that car.
You don't think so? You just don't trust the motor? That's fair enough.
I don't need all the issues that's gonna come with that.
Yeah.
Like I was like butthurt about putting paying as much as I did to get my clutch installed.
Yeah.
Having a car like that, my God, it's gonna be destroyed all the time. I don't have the money to keep that on the road.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe the car is not as bad as we think it is, and but getting that motor cleaned up would be easy. We could probably do it ourselves at this point. We can throw like more aggressive heads on it, and that motor would be easy to take apart if we wanted to mess with it.
That's so much money though.
It is.
Like heads and cams and all that. Yeah.
It is. I mean, for mine, it's gonna be $3,000 just for parts.
And see, like, I want to put that in appreciating accent, not depreciating. Like,
yeah.
That's not. Yeah. It's. I don't know.
It's a very tricky one to go with.
It's okay for like when you're a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, Underglow's stupid cheap right now. When I worked at Advance.
Still like to do aesthetic things.
Yeah.
Make the product look good, and I don't know.
I still think it'd be cool though. I think just to experience it.
It'd be cool, but I don't make that kind of money to do that. Like I make decent, but
yeah,
I like
to justify it.
I love to keep adding to my savings.
Yeah, like you don't make enough to justify it, I guess is what you're trying to say, right?
I don't have that kind of throw around money.
Yeah,
where I can keep adding to my house fund and pay for a sports car.
Yeah,
like I can't split it both ways. I can do one or the other.
I mean,
I can find a nice medium between the two.
Yeah,
like I can afford a $500-600 part here and there. That's no big deal at all.
There's a part for $500 on eBay.
What, an exhaust? Yeah. Then we got a $10,000 problem. Come here, house phone.
There we go. New F-20C. Get the spoon block. I think mine's pretty much, the engine project for sure. I think that's a huge one. I can't wait to do. I'm basically still trying to figure out the schematics and everything. I'm a little bit concerned with the fuel system. That's the only thing I'm really concerned about with this, because I don't think it'll be making that much more power to be worrying. But at the same time, they're 230,000 mile injectors with a 230,000 mile pump. It's like, do I trust it and send it, and then my pump go bad, or my injectors go bad? Or do I just...
That's a tricky thing with doing stuff like that.
I guess I'll probably talk more to the mechanic about it and see what they think. if I should go ahead and upgrade the fuel system on mine.
Because you're going to have to do injectors.
At some point, yeah.
Like, if you're just running any kind of boost application whatsoever.
Yeah, I think with the heads and cam setup, it's going to be fine.
Because I don't think truck injectors are going to be giving you nearly enough fuel.
Mm-hmm. Thankfully, Modbox sells an adapter kit that put the 40 pounds on it. And it's just, they hook up into the adapters and then they go in the fuel rail for the trucks. Which is very handy, so I'll be safe, but I'm just like concerned about right now. Like, part of me wants to go ahead and knock it out and have everything in there and then get it tuned, so that way it'll function like it should with heads and cams. But I'll still have that upgraded fuel system in place, so that way when we do eventually boost the truck, I won't have to worry about it later. I guess I'll see how the money is. If the money's good, if the money's right, I'll do it. If the money's not there, oh well, I'll wait until it's boost time.
Another thing I was thinking is maybe going ahead and like throw my car up there, what I think I can get for it now, sell it off, and keep it, add to it, and if I find something really cool, like on Craigslist, I'll have the cash there to go scoop it. Because I'm down to buy a car that's already done like that. Like
yeah.
I'm okay with that. Because I can pay for the maintenance, like I didn't pay for the parts to do all this.
Yeah, like if you found a turbo C5 on Craigslist for $12 grand.
I mean, it's not going to be 12 grand, but...
But in the somehow magical event.
Yeah, if I had like a nice, like, modded up car.
Yeah. I still think you should have scooped out that ProCharge 4.0.
No.
I know the stigma of the 4.0, you would have bad memories with it.
No.
But it's a ProCharge 4.0.
No.
Oh, cool.
Good.
I would have done it.
No thanks.
I'm the kind of guy that would rock a 4.0. And it's unfortunate, because I'd still be slow. Even the ProCharger, those things don't make a lot of power in the stop block.
It's like Jesus Christ, it had already given me enough issues. Like if I had one that was fucking supercharged.
There's a channel I watch now. They have two ProCharger V6 Mustangs on their channel. They have a 3.7 and a 4.0. The 4.0, they did a dyno video, and this was surprising to them. They made 300 crank.
God.
But it's, 100 horsepower bump from what those things make from the factory.
How much does that kit cost?
I think the ProCharger kits cost like $6 grand. It's very expensive. That's why you don't see a lot of ProCharge 4.0s.
Yeah, it's not worth
Because
it.
especially right now with
people
free
don't
valves.
value their dollar well enough, I swear. Like, okay, ProCharger, $6 grand for that bullshit? No, I'm good.
That's exactly why I'm totally happy with like a cheap turbo kit. Because it's really the only thing, it's just piping. And you can use all the turbo later.
I swear it's like one of the biggest scams ever is car parts.
Yeah.
Are the biggest scams ever.
Power adders especially. VMP charges, I think it was 65, no, not 65, it was like $3,500 to get their gentler head units and pieces required to mount it onto a Terminator.
That's stupid.
But you can get, not the exact same performance, but very similar out of just getting a boarded Eaton for like $1 grand.
So
That's why Terminators are like so broad.
see, if I found something like that,
You got a Terminator, dude. I'd be hyped. I'd be trying to steal that from you all the time.
if I just got like even like a Mach,
Yeah, Mach. Oh man.
I'd be down with something like that.
I feel like you've really started to like the new Edge a little bit more.
The good ones.
When I first met you, there was a new Edge. You're like, oh.
I like the 4-valve.
Yeah, the 4-valve cars are great. And it's funny. I feel like they're more reliable than the modern Coyotes nowadays. The 18s and 19s. I would much rather have a 4-valve than an 18.
I'd rather have a 4-valve. Mustangs I don't want. V6s all the way around. Just keep those away from me. Nasty. EcoBoost, nasty. I'm down with some Coyotes, not the newest ones.
Yeah, those are bugs.
Yeah, and I'm down with some like Mach 1, like Terminator, any 4-valves okay. But you can keep like any 2-valve or like old SN50. I'm good.
You don't like that motor?
Not really.
Even
I'd rather get a Fox
with that same motor though.
with the same motor.
Oh, okay. So it's just the car. How come Ford did not make an EcoBoost twin turbo V8 versus the V6? Ford is, I think they're on the save gas mileage but make the same power bandwagon right now that a lot of companies are on. Like Aston Martin, like we were saying earlier, they're dropping the V8s for straight 6s. I think Ford's doing the same thing. I mean, it's exactly why the new GT's a V6. And it drives me crazy. I remember when they first announced that, I was like, Ford, what are you doing? Like, the GT is just this big American, like, it is the symbol of American racing right now. Or it has been for several years. You know, the 60s, it was, I think it's one of
It should have been a twin turbo Voodoo.
That'd been crazy. You could imagine that.
It should have been that.
Or the new GT 500 motor. The supercharged 5.2.
Nasty. No, I'm good.
It's the same.
Turbos all the way.
Yeah, true. That's confusing. I really don't get why Ford does this, because a majority of us Americans who buy those big trucks like the Raptor, we want to hear a V8.
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's
the whole point. Like I said, America, stick to V8s, please, God.
I mean, the 3.5 twin turbo is not bad.
It's not bad. It's just it's boring to me.
Yeah, I've
just-
heard them. They're like,
Okay. Cool. They make great power.
yeah,
No denying.
they're fantastic power plants
But again, I'm just kind of, I don't know what it is about that motor, but I'm just kind of meh on it.
because it's a 6-cylinder.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm not down with American V6s.
Yeah, I mean they've really stepped their game up from years ago, and all
Ford
three
has,
brands.
I'm not saying no.
You
Not
don't-
really.
You don't think Chevy has?
No.
Dodge, I think, really stepped up because the old Pentastar sucked. The 2.7.
Well, yeah, that's not a Pentastar.
That wasn't a Pentastar V6.
3.5 is a Pentastar.
Yeah, they've really. I think Dodge made a good improvement in their V6s. They're still not great. They're not. I don't think
They made a good improvement on the transmissions.
Yeah, they've made a fantastic improvement on transmissions.
Their V6 is about the same. What 300 like 15
yeah.
maybe now.
They used to make 295. That's what my mom's van makes.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
295.
like how many years you guys?
Yeah,
Like, come on, the Genesis 3.8 in 2013 made 350.
yeah.
I'm telling you, they cannot do V6s well.
Yeah.
Like,
Ford, I think.
I think they can, but I don't know why they're not.
I
Like,
think.
if they're gonna like offer it, please make it somewhat nice.
Yeah, I
Don't
think.
make it so like trash.
I think when it comes to American V6s, Ford's made the biggest improvements. But I think all three brands have improved over the years. I think Chevy's made the least improvement, though, their V6s.
Bargain.
They're about the same as they were in 2010, 2009. But, you know, Ford went from a pushrod V6 with the new Edge. They went to the single cam with the 4.0, and another, like, dual cam variable valve time and the whole 9 yards. Well, what was the 3.7? RIP tier. For me, at least.
Thank God. Maybe they'll get rid of the EcoBoost 10. We can just have a V8.
You know, they're not getting rid of that thing anytime soon.
They should.
What's funny is the 2.3 has one of the biggest aftermarkets for any base model Mustang I've ever seen. It's so crazy to me. Because the 3.7 people tinkered with a little bit, but the 2.3 it's like big turbo kits, intercoolers, Cobb access ports, Tome exhaust.
Did they part with
test
the Subaru
pipes.
guys then?
Huh?
They part with the Subaru guys then? They got those Cobb access ports?
The Mazda Sweet 3 guys.
Yeah, they're all parked up together, jerking each other's dicks.
You have a Cobb access port? I got a Cobb access port. Man,
Oh my
do you
God.
have a Cobb access port too? We're not dogging on them, those guys that have them.
I am on. If you have a Mustang, you have a Cobb access port.
It's very interesting.
Just get an import, bro.
Matt Moran had one on his. He had a Cobb access port in his EcoBoost when he had his.
Cool.
Let's see.
That man jerks off on that fucking S550s. He's had like 18 of the goddamn things.
Let's see. He had one EcoBoost. Then he had two GTs. One of them,
Same goddamn colors.
Yeah,
I understand, like, okay, I support the car, but goddamn, you must love that fucking color.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever loved anything that much in my life to spend. How much is an EcoBoost and two GTs and a Bullet?
Well, no, one of those GTs was a free replacement from insurance.
God,
'Cause, you
damn,
know-
but that's still too much.
The same color. And I don't knock him for liking the Mustang, but dang, the same color in all four cars.
Jesus Christ.
One of the Bullets green is a little bit more dark.
But it's green. It's a dark green like the other two cars.
Yeah, I can't dog them though. They're great cars, but hi printer.
I can understand it, but like,
Oh, what's
God.
it doing? Oh, I must have hit a button.
Make it print.
Oh, I hit the wireless button. That's what I did. I hit the wireless button, so it's printing on instructions and how to set up wireless.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Oh gosh, what's it? Stop.
Print another one.
Stop.
Well,
I turned it
Do it
off.
again. Do it again. Oh.
I'm not doing that again. That's wasting my ink. Them suckers are probably expensive.
Dude, okay, speaking of like, earlier we were talking about biggest scams. Have you ever like looked at the cost of printer ink?
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous.
Dude, like the markup, I was like, this is like 700,000% markup.
Oh,
It's not that much, but it's some stupid high number like that.
I'm not looking. I'm not.
I'm doing it again.
Huh? if I hear it going again, I'm like, oh crap. Let's see. But yeah, the EcoBoost has really impressed me with its aftermarket. It's still in the Coyote shadow, but it's definitely not bad for a base model.
You know what car sounds like so good?
What?
The RT motor. Like again, the
The 5.7?
5.7. Yeah.
Those things, they sound like 6.4s and 6. I think they sound better, in my opinion. Sorry, Michael. I bet you're probably watching. I prefer the sound of the 5.7 and 6.4. They're not that much different.
They're so close. But, oh my god, the 5.7, when it's like romping down the road, that shit was so good. I saw, there's where I work, there's a guy who owns a 5.7 Challenger stick that was like lives right across the street. Now, here the cold start, and it sounds just like the 6.4 cold start.
Yeah, I thought that thing was auto.
That's manual.
Oh, really?
I heard him shit too. Like,
And it could be the crappy 5-speed, too.
it sounded like he wrote the clutch, though. But it sounds so good, though. And there was I was going to Home Depot earlier today, too, and there was a Charger, and it just romped by me.
Yeah.
It sounded so good.
The 5.7, I think they sound very similar to LTs.
If they didn't have that transmission in them, like
the 5-speed auto,
yeah,
or the auto in general,
just automatic in general, I'd be all over that.
I'm really surprised they haven't done a manual Charger yet.
That'd be cool.
'Cause,
you need another stick sedan out there.
Because the Chevy SS is dead.
But I don't like the 6-speed of the Dodges.
Yeah, the Dodge 6.
The one I sat in and just like used for a minute. Yeah, I don't know.
They're just like,
It felt weird. I don't like the angle towards you. Maybe I get used to it, but the first impressions, no.
the Mark IV's like that actually. The Mark IV's got everything angled towards you.
But it's not slanted like that.
Yeah, it isn't. That's true.
It's still a
Normal.
It's
normal.
angled towards you, yeah, but like it's not tilted.
It's not like this to that.
It's also like the new edge, like
The new edge.
shifters, like
The new
weird
edge
too.
shifter sucks.
It is
I've
not
seen
fun
them.
to use.
The factory shifter. The 2019 Chargers have a manual option.
Nuh-uh.
I'm calling bullcrap. I gotta look this up now.
Have you seen that?
Dalton said that.
Don't you should fucking liar, dude.
I mean, look, he's freaking trolling us so bad right now.
I don't know. Such a fucking dork.
Let's see. Manual 2019 Charger.
It's not a thing.
I see owner's manual. Everything you need to know about the 2019 Charger. Let's see here. Come on, Auto Week. Management's getting mad about leaving tire marks in the parking lot. I could see that. The Daytona. He says the Daytona's due.
No, I don't.
They don't have the red eye, unfortunately.
Charger doesn't get the red eye.
They don't get it.
Oh, poor Charger guys. Get raped.
Now, the kitty cat comes with launch control, line lock, the Demon's after run chiller. You know, the thing where it pipes the AC down. Torque reserve, which closes a bypass valve to pre-fill the supercharger and manages fuel flow and spark advance. Also gets a new instrument panel badging, a satin black hood option,
Thank God that's fun.
the brass monkey gold wheels, and a microspec package. There is nothing about the manual transmission.
Told you, Dalton, you're such a liar. And the Daytona isn't either, because I wanted one for my first car. That was almost my first car. Was an RT Charger.
Yeah,
That's
I remember you
something
telling me about that.
I really wanted one for my first car, and I almost settled on a 2.7 V6.
So here's the thing, the Charger, the 5.7 still makes 370.
Wow.
Dodge, you guys need to update the 5.7. That motor has pretty much lived out its welcome for years.
You know what they should have done?
Huh?
Which would have been kind of cool? When the 6.4 came out, just knock down the 6.1 to the 5.7 spot and make that the RT.
There you go. That would have been perfect. They just
that
used the
would've
6.1
been
and the 5.7 spot.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I get it. The 5.7 is probably the cheapest engine to put in those things because they've got a surplus of them.
Oh, they just got
For the
them laying
trucks.
around.
Like, oh, yeah, can you go get a 5.7 from the warehouse? Yeah. Which one? It was 1,020 on the pallet. Okay. You walk in, so it's like I picture this is the Dodge warehouse. You walk in, there's like 4 aisles, like filled to the top of like shelves of 5.7 motors. And they like, okay, I want that specific 5.7 motor, and then drop that. You know, I want that transmission. There's like 5 transmissions. That's just how I picture Dodge. That's like how I wish. I bet that's how their warehouse is. They just got shelves of 5.7s lying around for the trucks, for the Durangos, for the Chargers, the Challengers. You know,
You gotta have a bunch of them. They stick it in everything.
they use that motor a lot. Well, the thing is, they aren't like Ford, where, you know, they use the Coyote and the F-150 and the
What I saw
Mustang.
today, it was kind of weird. Speaking of 5.7s,
Huh?
there was a Durango, like my dad's year, like this. What is that? Is that the second gen?
I think so. Maybe the third.
I think it's the second gen. But anyway, it's like the 2005 model year one
Yeah.
with the 5.7 in it, and it was like flooring it. It sounded so weird.
Yeah.
Like I heard it coming. I'm like, what is that? It has to be a truck. And then that Durango just was flying. I'm like, oh,
Weird.
well, okay. I wasn't expecting that one. It sounded like a Ram from that time. I was like, here comes one.
I'll just wait till I have the 6.0. 6.0. Dodge
6.0?
making a 6.0?
Thank God. Maybe get rid of 5.7 for the 6.0.
Interesting. I
Are they
really
getting rid of
think,
the 6.4?
Huh?
Are they getting rid of the 6.4 for the 6.0? Or
I'm hoping
is
it's the
happening?
5.7. I hope they're getting rid of the 5.7 finally. That motor's overstayed its welcome.
Can at least make like 450 or something.
What they really should do is do like Ford did. Ford, when they put the Coyote in the Mustang and put it in the truck, they changed it. Oh, the 6.2? Oh, Michael said the 6.2. Hey, Michael's here. Hey. Ford what?
What? Oh, yeah, Ford sucks.
I'm offended by that statement. What do you think about the LT1 right now? The 6.2 motor in the Chevys.
Sounds so good.
I think honestly, as much as I love Coyotes, I'm a Ford sucker till I die. The LT motor sounds fantastic. Ford's making a 6.2.
Ford's making a 6.2?
What are they putting that in?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know the
that's
GT5.
fast.
I know the GT500's got a supercharged 5.2. Oh, the Super Duty's getting it.
Really?
That's gonna be a fast truck.
That's gonna be. I wonder what kind of power that shit's gonna make.
You know the 6.7 Power Stroke makes 400.
There's only like 900 foot-pounds of torque though.
Yeah.
That's so
Imagine that.
stupid.
You can yank a church with that. Imagine that you got hooked up to a church and just towing it across town on a dolly.
You remember those old when Ford switched the aluminum body trucks with like the Chevy commercials making fun of like Ford?
You know those were fake.
Yeah, those are hilarious though. And then like the next year, like Chevy switches to aluminum bodies too.
Yeah.
They're like over there making fun of,
Oh.
Chevy's still a real truck.
Yeah.
And they're like tugging on the Ford, splitting them in half or whatever.
Yeah.
And then next year, we got the all new aluminum bodies. It's not the same guy telling you.
They're so
It's like
hypocritical.
last year you talking shit. Okay, Chevy, alright.
3 to 400 horsepower. Michael said on the new 6.2 in the Super Duty truck.
Really? That's it?
That's actually, he said they're in the trucks now.
Huh.
That's still impressive for.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what kind of gas. I didn't know they even put a gas in the Super Duty still.
Yeah, I think they're probably still doing that for like the work truck guys. They're like buying them
Nice.
cheap for fleets.
Yeah.
Like
I
probably
don't know why they wouldn't just stick an eco diesel in it.
like
They need to come out with like a little 6-cylinder diesel.
they're actually they're doing a Power Stroke for the
Just something that can pull still.
do what?
Just something that can pull still.
Yeah. The Ford's doing a small Power Stroke for the F-150 to fight the Eco Diesel Ram.
Yeah.
Chevy has their
I hear
4-cylinder.
How's the eco diesel ram? I wonder what kind of specs that. What's
We'll
it
see.
put down?
I don't think it's like 50, it's like 5.7 power, but I think it's similar. Okay, Eco Diesel. Come on. Let's see. It's a V6 actually. Oh yeah, the next motor vehicle use is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be around for like how long has it been around now? Like, like almost 20 years. It seems like. Jesus, dude, we're gonna be so tired of it.
Yeah, this is gonna be ridiculous. Gotta say, Eco Diesel V6. I don't care about the 5.7. I want to know about the freaking Eco Diesel. Okay, here we go. 3.0 liter Eco Diesel.
It's a 3.0.
Yeah, it is. 240 horsepower but 420 pound-feet of torque.
That's crazy, dude. Diesels are so weird.
It's got double the amount of torque it makes power. What?
Diesels are so fucking weird. I love them.
Huh.
Man. They're so like.
So speaking of Power Strokes, I found out something interesting about this thing.
Bravo.
Huh?
I was watching that fall.
I found out something interesting with the Power Stroke. It's a push-rod motor.
Yeah.
I was.
You didn't know that?
I always thought they were overhead cam, like the 5.4s at the time when the motor was introduced. Well, at least the 6.0 was introduced.
It's tried and true, bro. They never explode.
Huh?
They never explode. They're just tried and true.
Unless it's a 6.0.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about the 6.0.
Again, those. Oh man, Ford was sucking at that point. Lord, they had nothing good.
Why Ford make the F-150 and the Raptor body the same? You can tell the difference. I think it's because the Raptor is meant to be a submodel of the F-150.
But it's wider.
It is a bit wider.
That's why it has to have the amber lights, because it's as wide as a Super Duty almost.
Yeah.
Because you have to be, like, I forget what regulations it is, but like, yeah, over a certain amount of feet, you got to have those orange marker lights that that Super Duties always have on the top.
Yeah.
And I think Ford did a really good job with that design. I
Hiding
don't hear enough people talk about how good a job they did with that, because that makes it look so cool.
The new Raptor, besides the 3.5
if they stick those lights on the top, like on the roof, like a Super Duty, that'd look nasty.
Might have some motorcycle content next year.
Who?
Dalton.
Dalton, you're gonna kill yourself, kid. Like, don't even get on a motorcycle.
Motorcycles are something I won't touch. As much I like watching them. They're cool, but I will never ride one. I don't have the balance.
Dalton, I rode with you. I would not get a motorcycle.
Good gosh, you're mean. This seems to be the trend lately. You seem to crap on Dalton a lot.
I don't crap on Dalton. I love Dalton, but Jesus Christ, Dalton, you're gonna kill yourself with a fucking motorcycle.
Michael's like, why? Why?
Now I should get a motorcycle because I'm the most pretend.
Just gosh.
Kill myself too. I tried to do wheelies.
Oh.
I remember what I did with my dirt bike. I don't need a motorcycle either. Dude, I almost flew off a motorcycle one time.
Oh gosh.
Hitting a jump like way too fast and not knowing what I was doing because I didn't like grab a hold of the tank with my legs. So I came off of it and I grab a hold of the seat and I start pulling myself back
like,
up.
wait, come back.
And I land on it and I'm like on my stomach and I boom.
Oh, that hurt so bad.
At least I didn't come off the thing because
Oh,
I was like, because I watched the bike going away from me and I'm like, oh,
shoot,
no, and I scurried up that thing so fast.
So let's see. What's your favorite base model engine? So we're talking the Camaro V6 4-cylinder,
No.
Mustang V6 or
No.
4-cylinder, Challenger V6.
No.
Yeah, they're not a 4-cylinder. Genesis 2.0.
I think that's the best so far. Even though it sounds like a diesel.
The new Raptor's having 7 tires. That's actually a
Having what?
7 tires.
7?
It's a custom company. They make 6x6s of the Raptor.
Oh, weird.
They look weird too. It's so funny.
They did. They're not that long enough to have rock a 6x6.
You remember seeing the G63 6x6 a few years ago?
I saw a Raptor today, dude. That thing is so big compared to my car.
They're huge.
Dude, at Home Depot, he was like driving by. He took like all the aisle, and I was just like scurrying by.
There was those 2 men in 1 trucks, the big long work trucks they have. One was parked on the side of the road today. You know that hook turn is?
Mm-hmm.
Parked in the middle, like he was backed in the driveway, but the truck was so long he was still out. He was covering my lane.
Oh wow!
But it was on the hill where it's a completely blind turn. So I was the scariest pass.
You didn't get smacked, boy.
Dude, I was terrified. I was like, and then I got over. Like, I just got around as fast as I could. I was like creeping so slowly to get around him. Okay, so we couldn't really find any base engines we like.
There's more base engines out there.
Yeah. What else do we have? The Lexus V6. Don't know anything about it.
I like the base 370s.
Yeah?
Because there's no 370s.
The only engine available.
That's fine. I like that.
Skylines, like they are up there.
You know what I love? The base engine. S2000. Fantastic base engine.
The F20.
It's great. The D series. No.
Oh, two spare tires mounted to the bed and one more of the truck. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Because the Raptors, they have an option. You get like the Baja bar in the back, and it puts two
that
spares.
That shit is so ugly.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like people do that.
The Colorado ZR2 does it too.
Yeah,
you can do
there's a guy around here that rocks one.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
And I'm like, ew.
Guys, I don't really like the ZR2. A lot of people love the ZR2.
I don't like mini trucks. I like full size. I don't like mine either. I want to. Lord, for when you're using it as a truck, like you daily drive here. It's fine if you're daily driving.
Yeah.
But for a sole purpose of a truck,
yeah,
get the full size.
They're very good for like. Hey.
I can't wait to get my full size truck, dude. It's gonna
ridiculous.
be so nice.
Okay, favorite truck.
Favorite truck?
Yeah. I already know my pick.
Yeah, we already know. Oh my God, Lightning.
I thought you were gonna say. Sport Track for a second. I did not think you were gonna automatically go straight to Lightning like I was going to. You got a lot of options there. You have the SRT-10, the Silverado SS, the Raptor, the Rebel, the Reaper, the Silverado Reaper, which was like a one-year thing, it seems like. The Tacoma, the Tundra, any trim of the F-150.
Probably the SRT-10 with a manual.
Oh my gosh,
That's
that
pretty
truck
cool.
was ridiculous.
That shit's pretty cool. But other than that, like, that's just kind of like, those things are expensive.
They're not that bad now.
They're expensive.
I was looking online a few months ago. They're about 17 now.
For an old
Yeah,
Dodge Ram, it's
very true.
Really
For an
expensive.
old Ram.
But like, if we're just talking like run-of-the-mill truck,
What do you think of the Ram Rebel?
I like Duramaxes a lot.
Yeah, those are good. What's your opinion on the Ram Rebel right now?
I hate it. It's so ugly.
My problem
I
is
don't dig the Raptor and the
that
Rebel like
market.
Their target demographic is 100% inbreeding. Like they all got dunkles, and yeah, no, I'm good.
I've wheezed so many times today that now I get a headache if I wheeze. V10 swap Miata. Say I won't. Depends. Do you have the money to afford a Viper V10? Because if you do, then send it.
Did he say a Viper V10?
But it's the only V10 that fits in anything.
He's gonna put the fucking Dodge Ram V10 from like the year my dad had. You know this?
Oh,
the 2500.
the big, that's actually what the Viper motor is.
That shit is massive.
The Viper motor, they took the truck motor, down-tuned it or up-tuned it with the Lamborghini guys. Lamborghini developed the first Viper motor out of the truck motor, and they signed it in the Viper. That was your Viper. Did you know the door handles for the first Viper was a zipper?
A zipper?
Yeah, the windows were zippers. You unzipped it, and then you reached inside and opened the door. That's how you got into a first-gen Viper. Like the very first model
They
they
had a
were
little
out.
padlock on that.
They didn't have anything either. They didn't have ABS. Michael thought that was funny. A Ford V10, that's gonna be kind of hard. I think the Triton V10 is gonna be difficult because that's a huge
Nasty.
V10. I like that motor, but it's a little bit big.
God, that was when the 7.3 was around, and oh my god, I love the 7.3.
7.3 is a monster.
If you're getting the oh my god, I feel bad if you got the V10.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This 7.3 is like where it the fuck is at. Because your shit would still be running perfectly to this day.
Yeah, the 7.3 power
I
is
saw
immortal.
a 7.3 F350. Was it Crew Cabs, the 4-wheel one?
Yeah, Super Crew.
It was the Super Crew. It was red. It was just really clean. It was like rolled off the showroom floor. You don't
Like that
see,
good looking.
You don't see those trucks looking like that. They're always work trucks. They're always pretty ratty.
Banged up, rusty.
But this thing, like, it was an old dude driving, of course, and like, I was just like, wow. I love to see like an old car like that still just looking great.
Yeah, and we love to make fun of old people like our generation.
Still had like 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah,
they always do.
So for a diesel, 200,000 miles is just breaking in. It's like Hondas.
Kinda, but that's when like your water pump starts going out. That's when alternators start to go. But when up until then, you're like everything lasts pretty well from 0 to 200K.
Yeah, once you hit 200, things will start
with
showing.
cars about over 130 is where you're starting to run into some issues.
Yeah, you know, transmissions on sport tracks and thermostat housings on sport tracks and Mustangs.
The stuff in my Genesis started breaking.
The Raptor, the SRT-10 Ram, and the Sierra. The Sierra is a truck that I would rock. I almost got one. This is almost a GM channel. It was a 95 Sierra single cab.
I like the cat eyes.
Yes. The cat eyes, I think, are probably one of the best looking trucks ever. And, like I said, I'm a Ford guy, but I have to give Chevy credit where it's due when their design was good.
It looks good.
Whoever,
to this day, it looks good.
Yeah. Whoever's designing their cars now sucks, and they need to fire him immediately. Because
they got
the Camaro is hideous. The Silverado, the new heavy-duty Silverado, have you seen it?
Yeah, it looks like it has like an upside-down face.
Yeah, it looks atrocious.
I just saw a picture on Instagram, and it was like that kid from Family Guy. I don't know if you ever watched Family Guy, but there's like this kid who has an upside-down face.
I haven't seen that. I've watched like a couple episodes of it, but I haven't like gotten big into it.
TV broadcasters kid. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure people have seen it. It's hilarious.
Chevy though, their design team was gone down the crapper. I don't know what happened after the 5th gen Camaro. No, the 6th gen. I think the 6th gen's the last good looking Chevy.
6-gen Camaro.
Yeah, because the C7 was out before that, so obviously I can't say the C7 was up in last. But
Also, like the newest, not the newest, but the year before, like when the 6-gen was around, the Duramax.
Yeah, those were good looking. The 13, 14.
That's a good looking truck.
Silvermero. Yeah, that's basically the 2019 Camaro. It's a Silvermero. Half Silverado, half Camaro.
Yeah, for real.
But thankfully, Chevy previewed a new front end for the car at SEMA. I've shown you this picture. It looks much better.
Looks great.
I think it looks better than the 6-gen.
It looks just like the 6-gen almost.
It does a little bit. It has its
they
own
had
flair.
it right, so it's fine. I'm down with it. They changed some stuff that made it look even better.
Yeah. Is that
still
Chevy?
looking different.
Chevy puts a F ton of detail to their cars and trucks. They used to do really well with that. I think the new ones, they look like they try to go a bit overkill with the details. And they were just like, let's make everything hideous.
The tail lights on the new Camaro.
I think
Oh my God.
I think with the 19s, I could have gotten used to the front, but I couldn't get used to the back.
I couldn't get used to the front, dude. The front was the worst thing to me, but the back.
Check my Snapchat. Oh, boy.
It was so atrocious.
What do I got? Oh,
There it is.
yeah, that. There you go. There's your 2020 Silverado diesel. The 1LE, I'll give it a pass. The 1LE looks good. The 1LE, I'm gonna see. I've seen like spy shots of it. I haven't seen the actual production version. Let's see. Yeah, that looks way better. It's still, but it looks better than the base model cars.
Yeah, they don't have that stupid looking grill.
Yeah, I think that's actually the new front end for the SS.
Yeah, thank God.
Let's see. I got a Snapchat from Mikel. That's you. Yeah, that looks way better.
For sure.
I hope that's the front. I've seen that's the new front end they're going with on every model.
I think I still like the 6-gen on that. But
yeah, the 6-gen's still the 6-gen.
They nailed that styling with
Yeah.
some quad tips on.
Oh my gosh, I'm a
that
sucker.
exhaust note, and they're like, I want to drive one of their manual cars.
I do
It
too.
looks their shifter, the Alcantara shifter, looks
Oh my
so
gosh.
nice to use.
Yeah, we're really
I'd be
sucking.
all over that.
We're really sucking the Camaro off right now, aren't we?
Yeah, I know. I don't even consider myself to like GM. Like, oh, I guess I do. I like their trucks, not the Camaro, the new, like not the newest, but the 6-gen a lot.
Yeah, and of course the Corvette.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone, no matter what
That's why I
brand.
bought one.
The 4-cylinder Corvette with the starter that sounds like it is actually a Corvette.
It's an LS starter.
It basically is. Let's see. Favorite muscle car time period. But keep in mind,
The last generation.
this past generation,
The 5.0.
So-
was fucking the tits, and
the 6-gen,
the 392 was great.
yeah,
The Hellcats, all the good stuff.
like pre-Demon time period. You think?
yeah, up until the Demon.
Yeah, because right there is when like all the
But
cars.
As soon as like the ZR1 and the Demon came out, cut it there.
Yeah, once those cars are out, just stop. Because the 19 Camaro was just the 1819 Mustang.
That was what I thought was good. You know, I don't know. I know people are looking for like, ooh, the 60s. I wasn't
Yeah.
around. I don't.
The 70s I think sucked because the 70s is when the oil crisis happened and on all the big V8
Until like
cars.
73 is when everything went.
Yeah, the Mustang 2 didn't even have a V8.
It was so gross.
Imagine today if Ford killed the V8 off in the Mustang. What kind of uproar that would cause. That's exactly what happened to the Mustang 2. No one cared though, which is what was funny because the Mustang was such a new car that got the passing fad. And then so like the 70s came around and all the enthusiasts were like, "Oh, that sucks." Well, we still got our '69 Boss 302s running. They're only a few years old. But let's see, what was it talking about? The oil
I have a
crisis.
question.
Huh?
This goes out to everybody. If you had like $150,000 just to blow, just cash money on a car, what'd you go with? That's like a lot of money. So
I'd be-
that is a lot of options.
There is, yeah. I would be stuck between the C701. I've fallen in love with that car since it came out. I wasn't a big fan of the orange and the big wing at first, but I've come to like both. I've come to love both. My inner Reichser was starting to fall a little bit towards those cars. The Demon, of course. I do like the Demon. It's a monster. The GT500 though, I think would be probably my number one, with the C701 behind it. I just love that car. I don't like the front end necessarily. I would have preferred it if they updated the front a little bit instead of using the 15 to 17 headlights.
So no imports.
Supra, of course, Mark IV. It would be. I'd go with. I think actually.
You gotta pick one of those cars.
Yeah.
Just one. What would you
Oh.
say?
You know, to be honest, if I could pick anything, and it didn't have to be like, if I could pick anything that was just whatever, Super TRD. The TRD package Supra. Very hard to find, but they are
Is that
amazing.
$150,000?
I think it's under 150.
Okay.
I think. If
I
not,
wouldn't be surprised if it's not.
if not, just the normal twin turbo car would be fine.
Yeah, what a manual.
Because yeah, of course. Because those cars, they never had issues. The 2J's bulletproof almost.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're that dude in blue's gone through too. The transmissions are impeccable, kinda. They do say to be easy on it in first to second though. That's one thing I've heard about the R154 is you have to be really easy on it changing gear. Because they're like the MC82. If you shift a little bit too hard, here goes third and fourth. I think then it'd be like I think that close second would be the C701. Because as much as I love Ford, I can't deny how good that car looks, especially in yellow. If I ever own a Corvette, it has to be yellow or black. Or something not buying one.
I like the blue too.
Yeah, blue looks good.
And the orange.
What about you? 150K? What'd you buy? Already got Dalton's answer.
WRX?
STI Type RX.
Fucking gay.
You know how expensive those things are?
I don't
Those
know.
things are like 60 grand. They're limited edition cars, too. They're really
many was made?
cool. Huh?
How many was made?
I think 500.
But yeah,
I think.
SDI? That's a solid choice, man. I was thinking NSX maybe?
Yeah, that's a good one. New or
NSX.
old? New or old? Old.
Old.
Don't let Bullet Train, if you said new, I better say don't let Bullet Train hear you. He hates that car. He hates the
I like the
new
new one too. I like Hondas. I'm a
You're
good
the,
stuff.
you're the Honda boy.
But Viper ACR.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's like my car on fucking all the roids.
So we got Dalton's answer. I know Michael's probably still watching this, so what would his answer be? I think it'd probably be Kitty Cat or Damon. I'm gonna predict him because Michael.
I felt like a Trackhawk or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought he
that
liked
too.
that a lot.
Michael loves those SUVs, so I can't give him crap there.
know what he's gonna choose.
If we had to predict, what about Kaysen? Kaysen's not here, so we have to,
GTR.
that's kind of a given. That's kind of a given. Michael does love the GTR. Look up where?
Is it God?
Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go. This is why I can have nice things.
Is it that Tonka truck? Is that what he's talking about?
I guess so. I forgot I had that. You know, when I was a kid, we used to take that Tonka truck down. We took that Barstool I have, and we would mount it and turn it into like a little car.
I knew his construction job was getting to him.
Huh?
I knew his construction job was getting to him. He loves trucks now. Dump trucks.
Dalton says the Durango SRT. He thinks
Durango
it'd be
SRT is
Michael's.
fucking sweet too.
That's a good car. And honestly, Michael would buy one.
I don't think it's my dream car, but if
It's
I,
up there.
If somehow
If you had to have an
I
SUV.
had to have like to hold the kids around, and I had just a ton of money, yeah, I'd rock it.
Okay, here's
I
a
like
good
the
one.
way it looks a little bit more in the Jeep.
Here's a good one.
I just don't like the Jeep grill. Because it reminds me though.
The
Hey
Wrangler.
man, I love my Wrangler Jeep way.
All right, let's go with a good one here. Best family hauler. The best family hauler you would buy if you had kids.
Charger Hellcat.
Really? I was thinking you go straight for like the Trackhawk. Yeah, that's a good one. The wagon CTSV.
Or just the sedan's fine.
Yeah.
I ain't having more than two.
What about the Chevy SS or the G8?
I'm gonna have to jump off a bridge if that happens. I don't like either of those.
So what's your what?
G8, I guess.
You go to G8 over the SS?
Yeah. The SS looks like a Buick.
It looks like a mix between the Malibu
I'd
and
have
the
to get
Buick LaCrosse.
Michael to black it out or something, because
Yeah.
goddamn, that
Michael-
thing's like a rolling chrome sign.
Am I going to need to put like negative light vinyl on it?
I'll have him do his Taurus treatment on it.
Yeah, the Taurus looked good.
For as much chrome as that thing, I had no idea it was that chromed out.
Yeah, it was.
Because when that first time I saw that, it was a shocker.
You're like,
It's like
whoa,
a chrome car.
whoa.
I was like,
And then out of nowhere, it's black.
yeah.
And it looked great. The Durango and the Trek and the Trackhawk. Wow, Michael went a little bit different.
What'd he go?
R8 or RS7.
Interesting.
I thought you would have stuck with one of the Dodge cars because I know you love those things. I'm not going Mopar guy. I know you hate me calling you that, but I forgot how much he loved the R8. Because in high school,
You get the dual clutch one? Man, I know what he's going to say.
yeah, he loves them DSG farts.
Oh my god. But
There's nothing wrong with it.
A manual V10 though.
I don't even know if they make the manual. Yeah, they just do. They still do.
I don't know if
I
they still
would-
do, but they did.
Yeah, they
That
did.
was cool.
Yeah, the new ones don't have it.
The
The new ones have just the DSG.
so cool.
The RS7's a good one though. The RS7's like the best sleeper sedan in the world because you look at it from afar. Oh, it's just snappy. Then you get next to it, just those things are so fast.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been rock solid for like the luxury cars, like the Audis and the BMWs and the Mercedes. I don't know. Maybe just because I'm simple and I can't keep
Yeah.
up with the letters and the numbers and what they mean.
If I had to buy a luxury car, it'd have to be a Lexus. To keep the JDM spirit alive, because Infiniti doesn't make many cars I like right now. The Q50 and the Q60 are alright, but I prefer to have like an ISF, an RSF, or non-RSF, or a CF.
If I get a sedan, I want it to have a big fat V8.
Yeah.
I need a CTSV.
So what do you think? What do you think about the ISF though? I know you said you did like those when I first showed you those things.
Yeah, they're fine. They're cool.
And they're cheap now.
They sound cool.
They sound crazy.
They sound cool, but
I want one so bad.
I don't know. Lexus and maintenance,
Yeah, that's a pain in the balls.
man. I can't. Man, having a car like that. My mom, like, took her Mini to get the oil change, just the express oil change, generic place.
Yeah.
They won't do minis.
Really?
They don't do minis.
Why?
They don't have the certain tool or the oil filter for a mini. You have to take it to a mini dealership to get it. Is what he said. I'm sure somebody else will do it. There
Yeah.
has to be somewhere else that would change your mini's oil.
I forget how weird the German car companies are. They're very big on like proprietary parts.
So I might be changing a mini oils.
Yeah. My dad's old Beetle, he had to buy a very specific socket to change spark plugs on it.
Sucks.
You know how big that junk is?
I've seen it in the garage.
It's like that big around.
Yeah, it's literally you put a basketball in it.
Yeah. And dribble it inside of it.
So stupid.
And shoot 3-pointers from inside
How
the
the
socket.
hell is anything on a bug that big?
That's a good question for Volkswagen.
What'd it do? Take off his crankshaft? Like, God.
You know, my mom told me when they were dating, they were in high school, and they were going on a trip to Panama City. He blew a head gasket on that thing, changed it in a McDonald's parking lot in 30 minutes. They're that easy to work on. Only thing that sucks is that they're extremely poorly built because it was the 60s, and nothing was really built that well.
I beg to differ.
Huh.
Jake's Dart with like 1,000,000 miles on it.
That thing was a freaking tank. I wish
it
I could
had
have seen
rod
it.
knock
I
for
remember
like
you talking about that.
5 seconds and then went away. That was weird.
The R8 V8 has like 4 or 5 drain plugs and one in front of the frame. What?
That's
Why does it
4 or
need
5.
that many drain plugs? One is fine. That gets the job done. Why do you need 5?
Oh yeah, dude. It drains so much faster. Screw all those bitches. You
Hold on.
Get oil change done in like 2 minutes.
The easiest oil change. I'll tell you what, the truck's pretty easy. I think
Yeah, I'm
besides
surprised. I remember doing it on my 4.0. It was plenty easy.
the only thing that sucks is the oil filter, due to it being a truck, is like you have to reach way up to get to the oil filter.
Oh yeah, you didn't. That's just where they're mounted.
Yeah.
S2000 is the easiest thing you'll ever see in your life.
Dalton says this is on top of the motor. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is on a Subaru.
Flat 4 problems. Not
Yeah.
really problems. I think that's actually
On the
really good
S2000, since there's so much room in my engine bay, the motor's just straight like that.
It's like right
plop
there.
on the side. You can reach it from the top or the bottom and just
Yeah.
unscrew it.
For me, I have to get underneath it.
The Ranger, I have to get underneath it too.
The Charger is easy. I remember one time you did it on stream and you could see your oil filter like in the top.
The
of
Durango
screen.
was easy, which was a surprise.
Yeah, I think push rod motors
it was
themselves
just-
are easier.
Put right there, and I was like, oh, it's just right here.
Oh, the 3.6 is on the top. Yeah, spark plugs I would think are pains for the Subarus. I bet because they're flat motors, so the spark plugs are gonna be like.
You ever done spark plugs on a Ram?
Have you ever done spark plugs in the Sport Track?
I guarantee the Ram was worse.
Really? I mean, it does have like 16 of them,
16.
doesn't it?
16 of them, and they're like all the way tucked back in the back of the engine.
Dalton says it's a 1.5 hour job, and he has to undo motor mouse to do. I think he's got me beat there. For mine, we had to take the wheel off and take the fender out.
Mine's the hardest.
Really?
No.
But to say the Honda would be easy.
Yeah,
'Cause
Dalton
they're all
knows-
right there on the top.
Dalton knows the joy of changing spark plugs on a 4-cylinder. On his Miata, is just like
Yeah.
mine.
Miatas are so easy to. I
He
feel
doesn't
like,
even take off like a cover.
yeah, they're like right there. Michael said the Taurus was rough
Was it?
because you have
I'm
to
sure the Genesis was rough.
you had to take the manifold off for the Taurus because of the transverse motor and it was a V6.
I had to take off the heat shield for the exhaust,
Oh
and I also had to take off the intake manifold itself
my gosh, for the Genesis.
for the Genesis. Yeah, to reach one of the middle spark plugs in the back.
One shop torqued his oil filter on.
Huh?
That's what Dalton said.
What?
Took me 40 minutes to get an oil filter off. What? Oh, they must have really had the thing tight. Like, you're only supposed to do it hand tight.
Yeah.
Well, that's so you can take it off. One thing I do like is the K&N filters have a nut on the end, so if you can't get it off by hand, you just like slap a ratchet on it.
Yeah, I have a K&N on mine now.
Yeah, the Taurus. I remember. I don't think I was there when you changed the spark plugs for that thing. I was thinking you did it when you got the manifold done.
I'm doing an oil change tomorrow on this.
Hey, we're gonna have a lot going on tomorrow. We gotta do Christmas shopping tomorrow and got the dump run and putting. If you want to, you can just do it here because we got flat ground.
I'm probably gonna take it to the shop. My pans are there.
Huh?
My oil drain pans are there.
Oh. Yeah. The truck though. Yeah, I remember the intake. The intake manifold comes off. I always forget Michael does that to be funny.
What?
When he says comes.
Oh my god.
How things come off.
Wow. Okay.
Michael, this is why we like you. Crap, dude. What was your least favorite car to work on? I think it's an easy answer, isn't it?
For
I saw that coming.
because I did it so much.
What about you guys? All you guys that have had multiple cars, which one of your cars was easiest to work on? I think I'm gonna predict here.
Is it easiest? I thought you said the one that you hated.
Oh yeah, the hated doing the most. You hated doing the most.
4 probably no. S2000 was easier.
Yeah, I hated doing the most. So I think I predict Michael said the Taurus because the Taurus sounds like it was a pain in the balls to mess with. The manifold was easy. The Jeep.
I bet the Jeep was easy.
Yeah, the Jeep was easy. I bet that was.
I bet the Charger's gonna be atrocious once he has to start.
Yeah. Which Subaru, Dalton? You've had 2 of them.
Yeah, Dalton. Probably the same thing.
Specify which one. The blue one. Yeah.
The blue one. Because you haven't done anything to the white one.
Yeah, the white one's too new.
Come to me when you do like some stuff to it.
I hope that thing doesn't have the same problems the blue one had. Though. Remember the blue one started misfiring randomly.
Yeah.
I thought it had something to do with the blow off valves. Because
Well,
remember you were
Subaru.
telling us about the blow off valves were messing with the cars. Did you ever get that thing tuned? The blue one before you got rid of it?
Don't you get a blow off out for this one? You better.
Please.
Mhm.
Get a tile, dude. Those things are cool. They're like
It's like a train.
the GMC 1500. That's fair enough. The 5.3 is pretty easy. And those things have 1.5 miles of engine bay space.
My dad had one.
Dude, have you seen those things under the hood?
You know what was the most atrocious thing I ever worked on with my dad? C4 Corvette.
Really? You think that one was hardest?
Have you watched anybody do anything on a C4 Corvette?
I haven't.
You need to go and check some videos out.
Is it bad?
It's the worst thing you'll ever see in your life.
Worse than a 300ZX.
It's about the same.
Really?
Yeah. Like, this motor is literally wall to wall. Like,
Why would they?
it's
Why, would,
right there.
why did Chevy design the C4 like that?
You couldn't get a wrench in there to save your life. It was
I-
the worst. You had to take everything off to
While I,
get anything.
while I like the C4, I would know one.
I wouldn't either. I'd own a C5 though.
Yeah, absolutely. I think.
When they got it right.
I like the C4. How it looks.
I like this C4. God
I'm sorry
damn.
that I'm sick.
Oh.
But yeah, I think the earliest generation of Corvette I would own would be the C5. One car that I hated the most was the Caliber. She kept breaking down until I rebuilt the motor. Yeah, old Dodges and me, I don't get along. I don't like anything.
I worked on the Durango a lot too.
Huh?
I worked on the 5.9 Durango a lot.
Yeah. I don't really like old Dodges. New ones I can kind of give a pass. Like Michael's car is incredible for what it is, you know. You know, it's a muscly sedan. It's very fast.
Mhm.
Very fast. But, like, I couldn't with the trucks. I don't like the Ram. I've never really, I used to love the
They're
Ram.
the best bang for the buck.
Yeah, when it comes to, like, the best towing truck, they're cheap.
You get a Ram dirt cheap still with a Hemi in it,
Yeah.
and you'll be pulling stuff off there.
Did I ever tell you I almost got a Ram for my first truck?
It's been a good truck, dude. They go for it. Isaac has 170K and still didn't have any issues.
Yeah. The one that I was going to get is my grandfather's 2004 black 1500. It wasn't like the big 4-door. It was like the first 4-door you could get. 'Cause, you know, they didn't have the extended cab with the backwards doors.
If you put the transmission fluid on the Dodgers, the transmission stays pretty
Yeah.
reliable. Because Isaac's still on stock and has done, I think, just one like transmission flush.
And it stayed good for good.
Yeah, like it was shifting like butthole for a while.
I remember you told
And
me about that.
he put some some Transmax or whatever it's called, and some fresh transmission fluid, and he's been having zero issues.
Yeah.
Oh, and replaced the gasket, so the transmission fluid would stop like dripping.
Yeah. I almost got one of those in 04. It was a 1500. Very nice truck. And
I mean, my dad's went for like 300,000 miles.
yeah, that thing was a monster.
He got it for like $2,500. Drove it for like 6 years.
Your dad seems to have a knack for that, getting really good cars for cheap.
Oh yeah.
Because y'all's Durango's been nothing but great for
160K,
y'all.
and he already has like 230 on it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know. We've had it for like 3 years, I think. I got it.
Mm.
He got it right before I got my Mustang. And he's been fine ever since.
Let's see. What was one? But the truck almost got. It was a 2004, and it was in incredible shape for its age. It only had like a couple like dings and dents on it from its age and being parked under a tree for who knows how long. And the only problem it had, it didn't have AC, which sucked because the AC went out, and the wheels were ginormous.
The Dubs.
24s.
My God.
They were huge.
You and Michael would have matching rims.
They were chrome too.
Oh God.
But it went well. The
My
truck.
neighbor had one. You remember at my old neighborhood, that blue one that sat out there? It has like 38s on the bench.
Blue Ram.
Yeah, it was at my old neighborhood.
I don't
He
remember.
was on the left side. He had a bright blue Ram and it had chrome wheels on it. I saw
Like,
it every day.
Was he across the street and to the left?
No.
Or was he
like,
directly to the left?
He was like right next to that kid with the black truck.
Oh,
right
Cole?
next to his house.
Okay, I think I do remember seeing it.
Yeah, I think it's gross.
And a lifted Charger.
Lifted Charger, what?
One of my friends is a Slam Dodge truck, and Michael said, and a lifted Charger. And whatever STP means.
Oh, he's still giving the gray one? Wow, Michael. You got a lifted Charger.
Unless it's a Subaru, Evo, Nissan, Juke, or Lancer, 4-bangers are garbage. I disagree.
Who said that?
Magnum. I
False.
disagree. Because there are some good Honda motors these days. The F20C, I will vouch all day. If someone tried to talk to me about Honda motors, and they didn't say the F20C was a good engine, I would be like, your argument's completely invalid. The F20 is 9,000 RPM, 250 horsepower-ish. I mean, it was a powerhouse of an NA 4-cylinder at the time. Mm-hmm. Even today, if you put it against some of the turbo 4-cylinders out right now, you got...
Genesis 2.0, it beats it.
Yeah, beats the Evo.
It beats the 3.8.
It beats a
Genesis.
stock... It'll beat a stock Evo.
Yeah, it'll beat the stock Evo.
Kind of, almost, probably. Because the stock Evo makes, like, 290.
It beats a stock WRX.
Yeah. If you go back to, like, for the time, it was the best 4-cylinder car you could buy. When it was new.
And when it's a turbo 4,
oh my gosh.
You're not catching it.
Yeah, a turbo S2000 can run 600 horses.
I agree with everything on that list, but S2000.
Leaving the S2000.
Leaving out at least a K20. Like
yeah, the K20 is freaking
K20
amazing.
and a B18, you're gonna get smoked.
F20Cs, even the F20B is pretty good.
Like you got, like if we're talking 4-cylinder,
H series.
we can. Like, you can say the Evo, but I like my cars to run, so I enjoy my Honda motor.
The Ford ST had a good motor. His friend walked his own Subaru, made 310.
Gross.
Michael comes back, the horse walking a Focus ST. I do remember that. That was
That's
epic.
when you know your car's fucking shit, dude. I'm sorry, STs are fucking trash. you're getting walked by a Taurus.
You know the irony, though? You know how much you love the Mazda Speed 3?
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's fast.
Yeah, had the same motor.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's fast, but...
That was kind of an embarrassment for that Focus that night.
Yeah,
imagine that.
That's hilarious. I wish I was there that night. That would have been like I did shit in that.
Dude, I remember it was me, Kaysen, Jalal, Brandon with the Mustang, and Michael. We were all convoying through. We were down 278. This guy, the Focus ST, Michael lines up to some light, and I hear him like go, power braking the Taurus. I'm like, oh boy, here we go, and then the light turns green. Taurus is gone.
That's awesome.
And the Focus, the guy told Michael his excuse was that it was his first manual car and he was still learning.
It's like so easy, dude.
But
the problem, drop the clutch, and you're gone.
The problem is, if you're still learning stick, why are you trying to race people? Like, you should learn the car before you start trying to take people on.
Dude, I'm ready to start getting some races under my belt when my clutch is broken. I don't get hurt a lot of feelings.
Yeah, I mean the Honda with the slip-in clutch was already pretty fast.
Yeah, even when I raced like Case, my clutch was still not grabbing. It would still ride it until it.
Didn't you beat him in one gear?
I beat him in 2 gears.
Okay, yeah, you started off in third.
No, I started off in third and went to fourth. I should have started in second, and I really would have destroyed him.
Yeah. Because
I'm not used to the Honda can just rev so high, so it's like second gear is still like I'm still in my power there. when like I normally wouldn't be, because I'd be peaking redline in the Genesis if I was rocking that.
I forgot about the STI, but I'm a big guy and can't fit into a small car. That's the problem I have with Miatas, and Michael especially has a Miatas. Michael's tall, and the one time I've ever seen Michael drive the S2000, or not the S2000, the Miata, the dude literally had the seat all the way back, but he had his knees like up to here, and his steering wheel was like right in his lap.
Yeah, I barely fit in the S2000, being
I
as tall
fit-
as I am. My knee hits the steering wheel every now and then, just because my legs are so long, and it like bumps it, and I bump it with my hand. It's annoying.
That's the problem I have with the truck, believe it or not. It's not because of my seating position. It's because the steering wheel's fixed.
Yeah,
I can't adjust
mine
it.
Mine in the S2000 is fixed too.
But
it's annoying.
I fit nothing great. I think that
The Ranger has a not telescope, but adjustable steering wheel, which is nice.
Lucky. Let's see. Wish I could launch my car only on gravel, not counting the Miata. Yeah, Subarus, all-wheel drive cars, I think, are much harder to launch. You'd think they'd be easy because, all the wheels are driving the car. But you have to be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, you gotta dump those bitches.
I'm looking out of the very top of the Miata. Yeah, Miatas are just really small cars.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could rock one. And that's nothing I don't like about the
smaller
car.
than the S2000, it's a small car.
Yeah.
Because I pull the S2000 around anything, and it doesn't look big compared to anything except the Miata.
I love that, though. I love the small cars. Like, I'm a big fan of K cars. The Suzuki Alto Works, dude. If I had the money for one, I'd have one right now. I know you don't like them. I know you think they're ugly. But, man, I just like that market. Like, even the Cappuccino, dude. If I had a Cappuccino, I'd be stoked.
It would just be horrible to drive
What
on
did
these
Michael
roads.
say? Let's see. Favorite sleeper car. Car that no one would buy, but is fast as balls. I know what Michael would go for.
I don't dig sleepers. But
I like sleepers because you never expect them to be stuff.
I like seeing that dude that was on that dude in Blue Channel with that stock Civic that was fast as shit?
Yes. Which one, the hatchback or the
hatchback.
Yeah, that thing was a monster. The
That thing
600 horsepower.
That thing would rip up.
SRT4. I still think people would know that's not a sleeper.
I saw an SRT4 the other day, and those things just look mean going
Yeah,
down the
they
road.
look good.
Like, I saw that thing, I saw the intercooler. If you know what to look for, because it was relatively small. I had the eyelids that helped.
Yeah.
And demon eyes. That helped a lot. But I saw the intercooler. It had like a nice lip with some rods. And it was lowered probably a little bit and had some like nice black wheels. And I saw that thing roll by and I'm like, I'm not fucking with that guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my feelings
I'm
hurt.
afraid of SRT4s.
They're fast.
That's one car. Even when I had my
The only
truck.
chance I have to beat it is when it blows up going down the road.
Man, bow.
Maybe I can zoom by him then.
JCX 90 or JCX 100. That's a good one. We didn't get those in the States, but they were effectively Supras with 4 doors. They were literally Supras with 4 doors. I mean,
like the Soarer.
Soarer. Oh my gosh, that's actually a pretty good sleeper because you look at it, it just looks like a normal
It looks
Lexus
like a grandma car, but it's like
Yeah.
nice.
It's fast as balls.
I like the way they look. They look clean.
You know what's funny though is they didn't get the V8 over there. They only had the straight 6 cars, which is kind of interesting to me. At least that as far as I know. I think me and Mike would both agree on this. I'm gonna say Taurus. I said Joe.
Yeah, I agree with it. It's a good sleeper.
A very, very good sleeper because they're not everyone's cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea that I would spend my money on.
But gosh,
but
darn, they're fast.
I like to see them rip it up. It's pretty cool.
But gosh, darn, they're fast.
They're fast.
And those things make like almost 400 from the factory. That's almost a 400 horsepower Taurus.
Oh yeah, it would
say
destroy my car.
And they're all-wheel drive on top of that. It's effectively America's rival for the Subarus and the Evos, but they're bigger
Yeah.
and with more cylinders and another turbo.
More comfortable.
365.
I think
Oh,
Taurus
yeah.
was one of the comfiest cars I've ever rode in.
Dude, Michael, as much as I love the Charger, the Taurus had comfort.
I missed the couch in the back.
the freaking lazy boy couch in the back seat.
Dude, I'm gonna
man.
I'm
The
gonna
apartment.
I'm gonna get rid of my couch and just get some Taurus back seats to put in
There
my
you go.
room.
There you go. The freaking apartment you could live in the back.
I think it's comfy.
Nobody expected much out of my old hatch. Yeah, your hatch. The reason I think people wouldn't expect much out of it.
I thought it. I don't know. The hood scoop puts it off pretty well.
Yeah, but
That's when you
you debadged it and it didn't really look didn't really look like a WRX. You had it debadged. So it looked like just a normal 2.5i. It's you put the rotiforms on it. When you put the rotiforms on it, they kind of made it stand out a little bit more. I think.
Yeah.
Really,
And
the
they
only.
had the stalkers with the lift.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh.
When you see that, it's kind of like, oh, it's probably just like I don't know, lifted wagon.
Yeah, Michael does make a good point. Those seats are new. That's probably why they feel a bit more stiff than the Taurus, as the Taurus seats were broken in.
That's true, probably. I don't know. I feel like also the Taurus has the demographic behind Tauruses are going to care for a little bit more of a cushy seat still.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Charger will, after that many miles, loosen up that much.
Yeah.
I feel like the material's just soft.
I mean, it's still a very comfortable
and
car.
And the cloth that was on it was really soft, too.
Yeah.
The Charger's is a little bit more scratchy.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's going to hold up better.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like the Taurus seats, if a key touched it the wrong way, it would rip it apart.
And I'm not, so like, Michael Charger's like 1,000. That's comfier in my car, for sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean, in this case, comfortable.
I'm not trying to shit on it, but I'm just saying the Taurus was so comfortable. It was
Yeah.
crazy. And, like, how it would handle versus, like, how, like, you never feel bumps.
Yeah.
Take turns, it's like 80. It was stupid.
The thing floated. It's like on a cloud.
Oh, yeah, but it was still, like, it was like, and it would just rip it around the turn. I'm like, it's not making it. It's not making it. And he would do it. And I'm like,
It didn't have a lot of body roll either.
I had a fuck ton of body roll. What the fuck you talking about, Jordan?
Well, at least.
You have a truck. You're not used to it with no body roll, feels like. You could drive my car, and that's where no body roll is.
Maybe that's why I think that way.
You need
I'm used to driving an Explorer.
Yeah, you need to rip Dalton's Miata. That's no body roll
Dude,
there.
I honestly, if I could afford to, put a good motor in one, I would love to have a Miata.
Dalton needs to let me rip his Miata.
Don't let him rip your Miata.
I'll let you rip my S1000.
Don't let him rip your Miata.
I want to send it around some turns. And a parking lot.
I feel like I don't remember if
I want to feel how it handles compared to my car.
he only had one time he about lost a Taurus. And it wasn't that the going straight, that thing.
As it goes straight, or when you locked it up when you were going around that turn with me in the car, like your car like saved your bacon there.
Or was it that night we went with Mitchell and we about crashed it?
There's like 3 times.
Once I bleed my clutch, I will. Okay. You're gonna let me rip around it too. I need more practice with stick. And your car
I gotta break in mine too.
Yeah, your car will be a lot easier. No, it drifted. What? It must have hydroplaned. That would make sense. Front wheel drive cars don't drift.
Ooh, a story about the Genesis. When I was going to work one morning, it was dark, it was rainy, it was a straight highway, and I hit a puddle. And
oh no!
For some reason, I thought it was just cool. I'd always just drive with traction control off, do a little spin in the rain. I hit a puddle. Car kicks. Well, it kicked this way, and I was pointing to like oncoming traffic and a ditch.
Oh crap!
So I was like, "Oh man, I'm either about to have a head-on collision, or I'm about to go in this ditch." But luckily, that got slowed down enough where I was able to catch it and then go back in my lane. But that was as close as I ever came to like actually smacking another car. And I wasn't even doing anything. I was in 6th gear, maybe going like 55, 60 on this little highway. It was a 2-lane highway. It was scary.
Oh, we took a turn too fast and started sliding. Yeah, I could see that.
I thought Brandon was gonna do that tonight.
Yeah, that scared me.
He was gonna turn so fast.
He kind of scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I think
there was like 2 or 3 turns. I'm not. I hope this thing can take it.
Yeah.
Just because it was wet, like that was the only reason. It was just. If it was dry, 100% it'd been fine. I
think the closest I ever came to erecting the truck at all, was when literally the first day I drove to school in it. I was telling you about the little lip when you're turning on to one road to lead up to the south. And I was taking that turn, and I hit it just right where my tire lifted up, and I started spinning, and the truck started to do that, and I was like, oh, crap, because there was a mailbox and, like, a tree literally right in sliding distance. If I went off-road, I was toast. And I was like, whoosh, I was like, oh, crap. Thankfully, I let off, and the thing went and straightened right up.
Yeah, you just let off. It usually catches itself.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Giving it gas is when you're going to wreck.
Yeah.
Slamming the brakes. All you just need to do is just stay calm.
Let off.
Number 1 rule is stay calm, let off, steer into it. You're going to be okay.
Yeah. Because,
But I know it's hard as fuck to do when it's happening. Because
your adrenaline's pumping, you're in a panic state, you're like, crap. Like, let's see. I think that's really, besides, getting actually rear-ended, that was terrifying. All I can think of whenever I think of that is, the screeching my tires made when I got hit. Because I got hit at, 40 miles an hour, and I was at a dead stop. So it was across the road. Never let off completely. I think I can set the all-wheel drive, yes. I think us.
Probably. I don't know. When I let all the way off, my car usually catches itself pretty well.
Yeah.
I maybe give it a little bit of gas. But
yeah. But not 50% throttle.
But on my nice sticky tires,
it
helps. with just letting off, it usually catches itself just fine.
Would I turn my truck into a pre-runner? I wouldn't do mine, like my specific truck. I would love to get one, like, eventually down the road. I'd love to have both. I'd love to have, like a raid truck kind of deal alongside my street drag truck, just to have both demographics. If I ever did decide to get into off-roading, which I probably won't. I'm not big in the off-roading scene.
Yeah, if you ever want to have a nice car, don't take it off-roading.
Yeah, because I would not, like, with mine, I feel like I've put too much money in it, and I've had too much fun. I like mine the way it is. But if I had one that was cheap, like if I bought one for like $1,500 and swapped like a Cummins 4BT into it, yeah, I'd probably take it off-roading, because that'd be, the motor's powertrain. I do like pre-runners, though, to be honest. When it comes to, like off-roady trucks, pre-runners are my favorites.
I like the new 4Runner.
Yeah. You know what a pre-runner is?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to want a Titan, and I told myself if
My
I
boss had a Titan. I think it was nice.
they're really nice trucks.
They had the really spacious backseat.
Yeah, they're really nice trucks. I wanted one so bad. I looked on Craigslist for hours when I was 15 trying to find a Titan.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they were not cheap trucks. I saw some that were like $8,500, and it's like, oh, it's not too bad, but it's more than what we were looking to spend at the time. And if I got one, it would have been a pre-runner, because Titan pre-runners look amazing compared to Slam Titans. Like, for some reason, the Titan can't look good lowered. The Rams, I don't think. I mean,
you know what I
could
saw
pull
the
it
other
off.
day?
Hmm?
It was I don't know what Gen F-150 it is, but it has like the same headlights as the Ranger. You know, that style headlight?
The 04, 03, 04, somewhere in that time period.
Yeah, if that's what they look like, I'm not 100%. But I saw one slammed rolling down the road the other day. You don't ever see those things slammed.
Yeah, there's one that's around here somewhere that's slammed. It's a crew cab, a Super Crew. That same time period is black, and that thing's lower than mine.
Yeah.
I was so
this
bothered.
thing was like on the ground.
I was bugged by it. I was like, man, I hate being, not the only lowered Ford out here. And I hate this one's lower than mine. But it looked good. I mean, it had chromes on it, and everyone knows my opinion on chrome. I don't like it. But it still pulled it off. I mean, it pulled it off, actually, really well. But, okay. So, would you buy an F-150 Harley-Davidson? A supercharged Super Crew truck? Why not?
I don't like that Gen F-150.
And they made it in 2011, too, with that body style.
I don't like that body style either. But I don't want. No, I'm good. A Harley Davidson. No, just that nameplate on it. It's going to attract all the rednecks trying to talk to me, and I'm not about to do that.
Even though they're the supercharged trucks?
I don't care.
Fair enough.
I mean, supercharged trucks isn't where I beat my dick. I beat my dick to turbo 4 cylinders.
Okay. What's a swap you would not do?
I would not do?
Yeah.
I don't do swaps in general.
Fair enough. I would not do. Let's see. I would not throw.
You know what I would do though? LS S2000.
That'd be scary.
Make it a fast car.
I would do the Viper V10 in an S2000.
Okay, that's just no.
That's overkill, but it's awesome.
I would do it. I would do an LS. That'd be cool. That'd be fast.
What do you think about VQ swap 240s?
No.
I know it's a touchy subject. You don't like VQs, you don't like 240s either.
No. I mean, it's fine. I guess.
It's a very unique power plant. Everyone with 240s goes straight to 2J, 1J, RB.
I like the SR.
Yeah.
240. I feel like that's what they always should have come with.
Yeah, I mean in Japan they did.
Yeah.
We got screwed here. We got screwed here. You would want a supercharged. Yeah, I would love to have a supercharged truck. I think honestly, if something were to happen to my sport track right now, and I have to buy a new car, I would be looking at Lightnings for sure, because that's one of my dream trucks. And if I had one, I'd be set on trucks for life. I would never own another truck if I had a Lightning. I'd be looking for all sorts of crazy little 4-valve cars. I'd be like your Mercury Marauders, your Cobras. I think that'd be one of my big ones. I try to go after like a new Edge Cobra. Not the Terminator, obviously. Those are way out of my price range. But like a 99 to 01 Cobra.
If I could find a Celine.
Oh man.
I would definitely jump on that. There's one on Craigslist right now for a pretty good price.
Yeah, I remember you showed me the white one.
Yeah, I would be all over that.
Those things are pretty too. I think they're probably, besides the Terminator, the best looking new Edge.
Yeah. The body kit they have on just make them look so nice.
And then the Mach 1s right underneath those.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with one of those. The shaker scoop's amazing. I would if I had made the kind of money that I wish I did, I would probably look at 6 gens too. But I don't make that kind of money.
Nope.
I'm a broke fella. I could get a 3.7 though. if I lost the truck. So that's always an option. But
Parents wouldn't let you.
they'd be like, Mustang? They've already shot me down on Mustangs. I've had several instances where I've been trying to get a new car several times, and every time it's like Mustang's like my first suggestion.
Yeah, if you're gonna get like I'd get the 3 valve over it.
Yeah, it's a difficult decision because I could get the newer interior, which
But
is
you can get something that sounds pretty cool.
yeah,
Put some sweet cams on it, make it sound really good. The
Yeah.
3.7's gonna sound like a fucking piece
Nissan.
of shit.
It's gonna sound like a Nissan.
It's gonna sound stupid.
That dude
Coming out
blue-
of a Mustang, it's gonna look
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
That dude in blue
You're
said
like,
was
oh, here comes a 350Z.
370 and Mustang. And you're like, huh?
I'm like, okay.
Like, don't get me wrong, the 3.7's great, but like you were saying, you can get a 3 valve for the same money.
Exactly.
So it's a very difficult decision.
I'm just if I'm going to American car, like I said earlier, V8.
So stance the truck. Oh man,
No.
it's impossible really. The live axle rear end would stop me even if I wanted to.
You can't even roll camber in the back. Like, it
Yeah,
looks
I
so
can't
weird.
camber the back.
You look like those new edge guys with the straight wheels in the back and the camber
Yeah.
in the front. Oh my god, it looks so stupid.
Stance wise, I don't really have an opinion on stance. I used to hate them to death, but the older I've gotten, the more I've come to respect them a little bit more. They're still not my thing. I think 80,000 degrees of camber is retarded, but I think a solid like 3 or 4.
I want to keep my paint nice. You can't keep it nice when it's that low to the ground.
Yeah, you're scraping it constantly, but I can't stance that one. If I had a second gen truck that had the independent rear, I could. If I had like an STA, like a 2010 STA, like I would want, yeah, I could. But with the live axle rear, you're not stancing that thing anytime soon. It's like any live axle Mustang. You can't camber the rear end.
What is a car that you think looks better, like stanced and stock?
Ooh,
I think BRZ's pull it off really well.
BRZ's, yeah, BRZ's pull it off really well.
That's why everybody does it, but it just looks so good.
I can't say Civics to be honest. I can't say a Civic
I
with
can't
a
say
camber.
Civic either. 'Cause I like
Um,
the sleeper look of just a stock one with a fat turbo on it.
yeah, Evo. I think an Evo might be able to pull it off.
I like them just when they're not like stock, but like when they're stamped. It's like, man, like a car with like a bunch of potential. I can't do that to it.
Yeah, SC300's a good one.
That's
SC300's
another car with a lot of potential, though.
yeah, because it's a 2J still.
Exactly. Like,
I
I mean, no offense, like the BRZ, but it's like power plant kind of.
sucks.
It's not the for high horsepower.
Yeah, it's
You're
not.
not going real high.
You need to swap it if you're gonna make an old crap ton of power.
Yeah, and like they don't even have the turbo already, so you're gonna have to buy all that. Like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
just like bag it.
So, what is your thoughts on? He's looking at a 2004 Corvette and a Charger Hemi, but one thing is that the Charger's an old cop car with most of the police gear in
No,
it still.
No.
Stay away from the cop
Stay
car.
away from the cop car.
Why?
Okay, one, cops treat the cars like shit because they're not theirs.
Yeah.
They don't take care of it. They do.
Well-
The department does their maintenance. It's
I
okay.
was about to say that the
But
department
they
takes care of them.
beat them up to death. They leave
Yeah.
them. You go to Chick-fil-A, they're just. I saw 3 cop cars this morning, out there just running,
Yeah.
idling. They're inside.
You know the
eating.
reason they do that?
That's stupid though. That's
There's
just wear and
the
tear.
police-
Unnecessary.
The police have a certain amount of hours they have to meet of the car running to.
It's, no, it's not. It's not.
Or maybe
it's driven. Is what they're
Yeah,
keeping
okay.
the heat on.
That
I've seen the Bremen Police Department. Literally, I went to Waffle House with Sam. I saw one with a jack that he jacked up by the diff, both wheels off it, put it in drive while he was eating in Waffle House. So he was still gaining miles while he was eating to meet his
Gosh.
quota. And I was like, okay, where my tax money goes.
But I would honestly, in that scenario, I would do a check on the cop car. I would look at it, make sure it's fine.
But another thing about the column shifter.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
on the column because they had the
Some
computer
of
thing
them-
right there. Oh, dude, that looks so gross.
Yeah, Michael does make a point. That's one thing I was gonna say. They're ready in case of a call. They get a call. 911 dispatches them.
Oh my
They're
god,
off.
it takes like 2 seconds to put your goddamn key in the ignition.
Am I selling the sport track? Not anytime soon. I think that thing is gonna stick around for a very long time. And I'm getting a new motor put in it next year. I'm getting a lot of stuff done with it. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Unless
I hope you're comfortable keeping it.
the only way I'd get rid of it is if it's forcibly taken away from me. It breaks or gets hit again. Again, keyword. I don't want to get trouble with the law, and if I get the Charger, but the Corvette, take less mod to get it fixed up. I'm just making plans, just in case my Magnum won't start. The Corvette, like you said, won't take a lot of mods to get running, and it's a good point having
what kind of Corvette is it?
a 2004, so C5. Not,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, you need to do that, bro. Come on.
The thing, like he made a good point with the Charger. You will get in trouble with the law for having a not decommissioned car.
Oh, is it not decommissioned yet?
Yeah, he said all the police gear is still in it.
Ooh.
That's a. You can take advantage of that to do illegal things, but
Dude, oh my God. I'd get in so much trouble with it. I've been wanting to rock around in the ambulance and just like weed through traffic with the last time.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
I
bad.
thought about it.
I forgot about that. The ambulance isn't completely decommissioned.
That's so awesome, dude. If somebody saw the lights and the sirens were on,
They'd be like, oh, and then they go by and there's nothing on the side of it. Like, oh wow, it's just some noob driving around in an ambulance.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. I get through like rush hour traffic so quickly.
Yeah, you're coming home from Brookhaven. Everyone's like, crap, ambulance, and then you go by, there's no county on it or anything.
Oh, dude, that'd be so
there's
awesome.
no hospital. It doesn't say EMS on the side. They're like, oh, I just got yeeted so hard.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
But like Michael was saying, yeah, they do that so they're ready for a call. That's one point I meant to make. It's
those
very
cop
smart.
cars, because they were the new Explorers, don't those have push button?
Yeah. Well, no, maybe not. I don't know about the police versions. I think they might. I know.
Because police versions are base models.
Yeah, well, actually, the police cars, at least with the Fords, they take the Taurus SHO and the Explorer Sport, and they just put the base model interiors in them. It's the same thing as the Sport. That's why those things are stupid fast. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Tauruses, like the cop cars, like a wide open throttle, like going after someone. They're freaking hauling. Same thing with the Chargers, the Charger ones, and even what am I thinking? Shoot, the Chevy, the Caprice. That's what I was thinking of. The LS cars. You get inside of them, it's basically a G8. It's the same chassis. You get inside, and the interior sucks, but it's still a G8 at heart. So you got the LS and everything. So that's funny though. I've noticed depending on what version of the Caprice you got a different interior. Because I used to want one just for fun. They had the patrol cars that you see, like our county has. They have column shifters, but the detective cars, the undercover detectives, had a manual shift mode out of the automatic, like an automatic Corvette or a Camaro would. So it's like you have to pick. It's like when you're shopping for an old cop car. Like especially for the Chevys at least, I don't know about the Dodges. You have to pay attention to which one, because if you want that little bit cooler manual shift capability.
I just remember seeing that when I was looking for a 5.7 Charger.
Yeah.
When I was looking for my first car, I was looking at a Police Interceptor, and I couldn't get past the column shifter.
Yeah, the column shifter.
Because it looked straight out of the Durango. It was so gross looking. I like a shifter right here. It's where they should be.
Would towing motors fit on a towing mirrors fit on a sport track? I've seen it done. There's a few guys in the owners group that have done it with a Gen 1. Like when I first joined it, I saw several of them that had like F250 mirrors on them. And I used to think it was cool, but I changed my mind very quickly on that. But it is doable. I would look it up on the Explorer forum. Explorer forum has a lot of information on that. So if you're really wanting to do that, that'd be a way to look. F-150 cop cars. I don't get it. I don't get them.
I've only seen one in my life.
Yeah, the one that Dallas has.
Yeah, I saw it the other day.
Yeah, they've had this old F-150 for years as a cop car out there. It's like the Corvette police car. Like, what's the point? I mean, I could get it as a pursuit car. Like, you use it to chase people and like follow their footsteps.
There's a place in South Carolina that has a Z06 as the cop car because they seized it
Yeah.
from a drug bust.
I think I remember what you're talking about because they had it on an episode of Top Gear.
Yeah.
Tanner Faust drove it chasing someone down in it, and I remember they said something they got it from a drug bust.
Yeah, probably the one I'm talking about. I saw it on a Reddit post.
The Dubai cop cars. Have you seen the Dubai police forces cars? Oh boy.
What is it?
It's ridiculous because it's Dubai. Dubai is a very rich area.
Oh God.
So you're about to see.
They got exotics.
You're about to find out. So at least this is according to their list right now. I'll show you pictures of the cars. Their Dubai police fleet has a Brabus G700, a 700 horsepower G63, an Audi R8 V10,
What?
a McLaren 12C, a GTR, an SLS AMG, an Aston Martin 177, a Lamborghini Aventador, and a Veyron.
Veyron.
A Veyron.
Oh God.
A Veyron.
Oh, we can't catch him. Let's get out the Veyron.
This is a picture of the Veyron.
Oh my God. Wow.
And they also have a Ferrari FF, which is like their patrol car they use to catch people. Imagine that getting pulled over by a Ferrari in Dubai. There's a picture. They have a BMW i8. Let's see what else is in this picture. They've got a Jaguar F-Type, a Panamera. It looks like they have a Mustang. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So we've got.
Which is of the newest, muscle cars, the fastest in a straight line?
Like if we're talking all the naturally aspirated cars, I think the Mustang right now.
Mustang's fastest in a straight
I
line?
think so. I have to look it up. Or they're in prisoner enjoys a nice ride to prison. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, no.
Imagine that.
I'd be like, you gotta rob it at least once, dude. Come on, I'm about to go away for life. Come on.
Yeah, let me ride in the Bugatti at least one time on the way to prison.
Launch you in the back.
Yeah. What were we talking about a second ago? I forgot.
Natural V8.
Yeah. I think the Mustang's got it right now.
What about the supercharged ones?
Dodge.
The Hellcat's still the fastest? Oh, I guess
I think so. Yeah, the Red I think still beats them all right now because Chevy, the ZL1, they aren't using the exact same setup the ZR1 has.
Yeah.
But do you want to throw the ZR1 in the ring? Do you think it'd be fair?
Oh, no, not really. We're going back to 3.
Okay. So the ZL1 doesn't make as much power as the Red Eye does. And plus it's more track focused because it's got the big wing in the back, so it actually weighs it down a little bit, and the downforce is better for turning than straight lines. Believe it or not, downforce actually kills you.
Huh? Would be the newest one, the supercharged that comes out. Would be fastest.
The Ford CEO is quoted as saying, "Venom kills demons."
I don't think shit. I don't want to see numbers.
Yeah, but if that says anything, they're planning shooting high.
Maybe.
Imagine that it comes out to be 800 horsepower. It's close between a ZL1 and a Red Eye. I have to see the race. Because the Camaro has the weight advantage, but it doesn't have the power advantage. Because, Dodges weigh 5,000 pounds.
Yeah. I was wondering about a ZL1 with a new 10-speed.
Yeah, I bet the ZL1s are stupid with the 10-speed.
Yeah. Like, you know how fast just like a Mustang is with one. The
Yeah.
10-speed is
The Coyote with the 10-speed, they say runs in 11 seconds in the factory.
So, yeah.
That's ridiculous. You think 10 years ago, a car running an 11-second quarter mile, that was fast back in 2005. You imagine now, now it's like, oh, you're running 11, that's cute. My Dodge runs a 10-second quarter mile from the factory. Oh, that's cute. My ZR1 runs a 9-second from the factory. Oh, that's cute. My freaking Hennessy Exorcist runs an 8 from the factory. I don't think it actually runs an 8. I'm just a thing. What do I think about the ZR1 without a manual option? No.
A car like that needs a manual.
It needs to have at least the option of one, if not standard. The ZR1 has always been.
Manual.
Yeah. The ZR1 has always been a manual-only car, and that's what bothered me when the C7 ZR1 came out. It's the one thing I didn't like about it, besides the wing at the time.
Like a Corvette, Viper, S2000, any car shaped like that needs a manual. It needs a manual. That's just what kind of driver's car it is.
That's what I'm waiting for with the C8, though, is if they're going to still offer a manual.
I doubt it.
Because
with it being mid-engine, I doubt it.
With today's demographics,
they're going to go some stupid automatic that shifts stupid fast. It's going to be fast as shit, and everybody's going to beat their dicks over it.
I'm hoping that Chevy does the right thing, though. I'm hoping that they don't let the design too much.
I want a manual, so it's just like
I
can do something else besides just mat it.
Yeah, I know Street Speed special ordered one of his ZR1s to be manual. This was before they were deciding to do manual as an option.
Yeah.
So remember when the C7s first announced, they didn't do it as a manual-only ZR1. They did automatic only. And then Street Speed was like, manual, please, now, 3 pedals. And bam, he got his manual. And then I noticed and I was on Chevy's website recently when I was all over those things. And they actually offer it as an option now. So thankfully, Chevy got their act together on that one. I'm just hoping the C8.
Need it.
I'm just hoping the C8 offers a manual as an option.
Maybe. I don't know though. I don't have my hopes high for it.
I
think manuals are just slowly going to be phased out.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to hold on to the gems we have now.
Yeah, because give maybe 10, 15 years, there might not even be gas engines in cars anymore.
Because this horsepower war is going way too far.
Yeah, the only car that deserves to be only is the Demon. I could agree with that because with a car that much powerful, with it being a drag car.
But the Demon's like a different situation. The Demon's a big car.
Yeah.
I don't like big cars with a manual's not where it's at.
Yeah, it feels weird.
But like if you have like a small nimble car, and I'm not saying the Corvette's super small, but it's small-ish.
It's not a ginormous car.
Yeah, and it handles fantastic. Just like cars like that need a manual. I think the Camaro fits in that, and the GT350 obviously fits in that demographic somewhat.
That's one thing I do like with the 350 is they only offer the stick.
Yeah, and that's why I like it a lot. It's cool.
It's like the 500. There've been rumors around the 500 getting a special 10-speed option too. That's supposed to be like a bit more aggressive than the normal 10-speed.
Yeah, but I understand for like drag racing.
Yeah, for stuff like that you have to.
But I like to see a manual drag racer who's like, man, that guy's got some skill. Like it's just
Yeah.
a 6.
Yeah.
That man will freaking rip it.
He said in his last video they only own manual cars as drag cars because he thinks that it takes more skill to run a 7 in a manual car than it does to run a 7 in an automatic.
Well, 100% agree. It's like,
And yeah, it's a really good point because with an automatic you're consistent. You run a 10. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run another 10.
I mean, you just have a very dialed car at that point.
Yeah, it's very hard to make any improvements once you reach the top with an automatic. With a manual, you can make 900, 1,000 plus horsepower and still run an 11 because of one minor issue.
I like learning new skills. And
Yeah.
That's like part of it.
I'm the same way, and that's why my next car after the truck is going to be stick. And the stick class, like Dalton was saying, the stick class is a lot smaller. You don't see a lot of stick shift cars running 7s anymore. Like Cletus McFarland holds the record right now, and he's probably gonna hold the record for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because he didn't hold the C5 record very long. That record was shattered quick. But I bet he's gonna hold that stick shift GM record for a hot minute. That thing's fast. If you're fast, you can win every time. Yeah, that makes sense. The stick class, yeah. It's the Demon's a race class when manufactured. I can agree with that. The Demon literally is a drag car for the streets.
Oh yeah.
And I don't get why they didn't do a lot more weight saving with the car. They could have changed the body
That's
around.
not something I was like they hyped it up in the commercials, and I go, oh, thank God, because that's one issue I've had with them is just the weight. It weighs too much, and I'm like, hell yeah, they're getting rid of some weight. This thing is about to spank some kids up.
And they barely lost any pounds.
No, it's the same fucking car to get the seats. It weighs the exact same. The only weight saving they offer you, yo, take out your seats.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks, I guess.
I mean, they did some other stuff. I can't remember everything.
Just give me the
off the top
seats and I'll take them out myself so I can keep the seats.
Yeah. But when it comes down to it, I have a lot of hopes for the GT500. I think that car is going to be great. I don't think that it's going to necessarily be the 800 horsepower Mustang everyone's expecting it to be. I think it's probably going to be in the 7s, though. I'm expecting like a 750. I'm expecting a 750.
Oh, I thought you meant running 7s.
Oh, no.
I was like, dude.
I could see that thing. I could see that thing running like a 10 or a 9 from the factory.
Yeah,
That's
maybe a high
fast.
9 if we're going to go shooting for the stars.
Yeah. Just imagine that. It's just a 6 taking on a state GT500, like a stock GT500 and winning. It'd be awesome.
I wish I owned that man's car, dude. Isn't he my age?
Yeah, he's 20.
He's younger than me?
God,
I'm going to kill myself.
don't do it. But,
all these kids. Got cars than me. I don't understand. Dalton, Michael, it's just a 6. What the fuck?
Okay, so let's make some predictions, and you guys can get on this too. If you were to go run a quarter mile right now, what do you think your car would run?
30.
Well, I mean, if your clutch is broken in. We'll give you a pass on that unless your car needs to be broken in right now. What do you think is a safe speed you think that's realistic for your car in its current state?
I don't know what those things run.
Dalton says a 13. He thinks a Subaru could get a 13.
Lol.
Mine, I think I'd be running a solid 15. 15 or a 14 at best. Well, actually, I don't know about 14. I think 14's shooting it pretty high. I think 15 would be about what the truck would hit in its current state with the tune on it. And a 20 in the Miata. I'm curious what Michael will say about this. I don't even know if he's in the chat anymore. I honestly think his car could run a 12.
Probably.
I think that'd be fair. In its current state. I think once he gets like actual drag radials put on the car, my gosh, I think it's gonna hook. It's gonna run 11, no doubt.
Maybe. Weather.
Maybe. I don't know. I might be shooting high. I might be shooting low. I don't know.
I don't know what Dodges run.
Yeah.
Either. Like stock. I know what Hellcats run.
Yeah, those things are rockets.
I don't know. What would I be running? Like 14 maybe? 13,
I would say yeah, that's about right. 13, 14. On slicks, he wouldn't really have he would not really have a good time. Why do you say that? I think he'd grip like a freaking train.
Oh yeah, he needs his slicks. He spins his 245 to goddamn bits.
Yeah, like when we went on that night cruise to Kennesaw, that thing was literally just anytime he would even think about touching the gas, he would look at the gas pedal.
Yeah, I know a track is stickier, but
oh, he would have a good time. Okay, I was about to say. I think really for Michael, he should buy the a 12 to 13. He thinks he'd run about a 12. That's fair.
yeah, I get it.
I think Michael, what you should do is for a drag setup, we should just buy the Demon's crate wheels. Those big slicks on the back and the front runners. Because that way it's.
I wonder how much those things go for, but they're so expensive.
Let's find out. your handy dandy eBay is about to find out how much a set of Demon wheels cost.
I like the Weld Race Star wheels.
Dude,
those things look nice.
The wheels that It's Just a Six has in his cars are on point.
I like those a lot.
I love those things to death.
There's an SD1000 I follow on Instagram that's like it is a shoot. He runs like 10s or 9s or something. It's fast.
Good gosh. So a set of the rear wheels for the Demon, $995 for the rears.
No, you can get something way cheaper.
But here's a set of 4 of the Kitty Cat wide body wheels, off of 2018. No tires. Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a shot. What do you think?
$1 grand.
I'm gonna double that.
$2 grand.
$22.50 for a set of Demon wheels. Or that's not even Demon. That's the Kitty Cat wide body. Some Demon reps will run you $7.95 though. For that's 4 wheels.
That's expensive.
They are 18 by 11. Really wide wheels. $600 per wheel for real ones. 20 by 9.5, 20 by 10.5. The bronze wheels are $1 grand per wheel. I'm looking for the front runners. That's what I'm more worried about. 20-inch Demon SRT style. Fits Dodge Charger or Challenger. Yeah, I can't find the front runners. That's what I'm... Oh, wait, just one, I think. No, maybe not. Either way, they're expensive, so maybe not, on second thought. I forget the name of those wheels he said he was looking at. They actually look nice. I forget. They were starting with an R, I think.
What size were they? 18s or were they still 20s?
They were 18s.
18, so he's knocking down 2 sizes?
Yeah. Like, I'm going down to 15s for my truck setup. Because I want them thick boy sidewalls.
You're not going to need all that, though.
I know.
You just want it for the look.
Yeah, it looks great. Because the wheels I'm looking at aren't even that wide, but they're about
Have
as
you
wide.
seen, like, what Grandpa, like, Street Speed's vet looks like with its, like, drag setup?
I haven't seen it
Shit looks
recently.
meaty.
I stopped watching Street Speed because he turned into that exotic channel. He sold his ZR1. He sold all the other cool cars he had. Of course, now he's got a G350, so that's cool. What exhaust do I have? I have currently got basically everything is factory minus the muffler. It's a Flowmaster Super 40. It has all 4 catalytic converters, stock header, stock mid pipe, stock resonator. But we've got some stuff going on behind the scenes, and you guys will see that soon. I'm not gonna, go too in depth with everything until all this stuff's here, and then we'll make a video on it. But yeah, it won't be that way for much longer. I'm just gonna leave it there. But for a daily driver, it's got the stock diameter piping, so that 2 1/4 inch. So if you're leaving the truck NA, it's fine. But going boost, you need up the pipe diameter. 2.5 is good for dual exit, and 3 inch is obviously good for single. But for just running an NA truck, 2.25 is fine. But you'll get more power out of them, bigger diameter, obviously. In my opinion, if you're looking for more of a V8 sound, the Flowmasters are the best ones to go with, because they will give you that V8 grumble, but of course you will get V6 at the top end, especially if you don't have a resonator. Taking that resonator out makes a huge difference. Like, I've seen videos, multiple videos, of guys who took the resonator out versus mine, which has the resonator in. They're 8 times louder than mine. Mine is actually surprisingly quiet.
I didn't know you had an exhaust when I first met you.
Yeah. And that's believable. I mean, it was a lot louder when I first got on Flowmasters.
I hear it now.
Yeah.
But, like, back when I was used to my car and
How
Jake's
loud it
car.
was.
Like, we were rolling full straight pipe with test pipes.
Yeah.
Like, we were just obnoxious.
On y'all's
loud.
Mustangs? Or
No.
y'all talking about the Miata and the Genesis at this point?
Yeah, that's what we had.
Yeah.
Well, he had the Mustang and it had high flows, but that shit was still loud.
Yeah.
We were just... I didn't even know you had an exhaust.
Yeah, and that's believable. I mean, I still have 4 catalytic converters.
I didn't know Michael did in the Taurus either.
Yeah, the Taurus, I think he still had the factory one when we met you guys, and then he put the Magnifos on, like, right after we met you guys. That was funny. He hyped me up for that. I was expecting that thing to be deafening, and then I get there, it's like, I'm like, huh?
But it was bass boom.
That thing was a bass monster. That thing would rattle my house. Not as bad as the Charger. The Charger rattles his house to bits. I still have the video on Snapchat where I was at his house, and I took a video of it, like, he cold started in the garage, and his paintings were rattling on the wall.
The kitchen floor shakes when I cranked that 2000 in the garage.
Oh, did your parents tell you about that?
Yeah, I was upstairs grabbing my coffee before I left for work, and it was just warming up in the garage, and it was just shaking. And there was, like, all the Christmas decorations, the glass ones were up there, and they were going, like, boo, boo, boo.
That's crazy. But yeah, like I was saying, there's stuff going on behind the scenes. Some of you guys already know, some of you guys don't. But this man's looking at big time, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just got to get the rest of everything picked up and figure out exactly where everything's going to get installed, because it is something I can't do myself, unfortunately. But you guys will see later. I'll do a video on it when everything comes in. It's going to be fantastic, though. It's going to be something completely unique to mine. And because I've never seen any other sport tracks run this setup. It's going to be very special. But I'm looking forward to it all. It's going to be very fantastic to get everything done. Next year, for all of us, really, the entire friend group's cars are going to change next year. You know, the S2000 is going to be a different color. It's going to look better than ever. And hopefully I can persuade you to keep it long enough to tinker with it a little bit more under the hood. The Charger's probably going to get a lot of stuff done. I know for a fact the truck's going to change a lot next year. Next year, I think, I thought this year was pretty good for mods, but I think next year's what's going to take the cake with the engine project and all that. I said that in the video I filmed today. But, it's awesome. But, I guess we'll get ready to wrap this stream up. It's been going on for 2 hours. We usually don't ever stream this long.
God damn.
Thanks, Noob Noob. If you don't watch Rick and Morty, you won't get that reference. Yeah, so, hope you, excuse me. Here I go. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We'll do more of these more often, especially now that I'm out of school. I have the time to. Even though Fridays I usually have the time anyway, but, I don't have schoolwork to do anymore, so it doesn't take up any possible time. We're going to do a lot of these a lot more often, like I was saying, up until I start school in January. It's been a lot of fun doing this. It's been fun talking to all of you guys about cars and all that crap. Yeah, so thank you guys again so much for watching. New video comes out tomorrow. Update on the Spectre 5 we have in the driveway. You guys probably have been asking about forever. I know a lot of you guys have been subscribed for a long enough time. Y'all love the Kia, and y'all want to see stuff done to it. I made a video talking about it, what's going on with the car.
I want to see you drive it again.
I do. I want to drive it so bad, but my parents are going to, fight me about that forever. Even though I can actually drive it now. I'm a lot different than I was when I was 15 learning stick. I was impressed when I did install the S2000 at all.
You'd install it now.
Yeah, I would. Like, if you're struggling with a stick shift car and you only own stick shift cars, except for the Ranger, that says something to me. I'm like, yeah, an amateur like me is going to struggle.
It's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, I bet if I find the grab point, I can probably nail it the first try.
Yeah.
But after that, it's like if I keep trying and keep trying.
It's just, the only problem is, like, the rush of traffic.
Yeah, that'll get you.
With that stage 2 clutch, it's kind of a pain.
So do you think you could run a stage 6?
Yeah, I could run one.
You think it'd probably still be a pain, but
I got the technique down that it takes to work a very
light switch.
clutch.
A light switch.
Yeah. It's way different than stock clutch, though. I've heard that dude really talk about that all the time. I get what he means now.
Yeah, because, he said the Mantic in his car is ridiculous compared to the stock clutch.
Yeah, like, once you have, like, a performance clutch, Jesus Christ.
It changes. Because, I was talking about if
Dalton ever had a performance clutch.
I think he said he did in the blue car. The white one, though, is completely factory.
Oh, okay.
He said it's lighter than the Miatas, and that, Miata clutches are notorious for being light.
Yeah, my clutch is lighter now.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
The pedal feels lighter, which is weird. I expected it to be, like, easier, but no.
Yeah.
And it, like, springs back really hard.
Were you like, whoa, whenever you were, like, putting it down for the first time? You're like, wow, that's really
And
light.
when it grabs, and if you let it go too soon, it just, boom,
It's
into
like
gear.
a train.
It's like, good God.
I'm excited to see you think rip that. I haven't heard it hit VTEC with this new exhaust. Like, actually hit VTEC without it slipping. That's going to sound ridiculous. Yeah, he said he had a stage 2 comp, just like what you have in the blue car.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
But, I was looking at it when I was, planning on keeping the key, or planning on taking it back for a little while recently, about throwing a stage 4 in it they have available for the car, and using it as an autocross car. Because that thing, stage 4 can handle the abuse of an autocross. Because that was going to be my track car.
You don't even need a stage 4.
Yeah. I think even a stage 2 would have been fine.
That's all I would have done.
I think the stock clutch would get destroyed, though. Because it's still a Kia. That car shook your chest. Oh, the blue car, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, so that'll wrap up tonight's stream. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. We had a lot of fun talking to all of you guys. like I said, we're gonna be doing these a lot more often. Talking with you guys, you know, I at least try to, you know, communicate with my subscribers as much as I can. But these streams, I feel like, are the best ways to do it. So, all that said, thank you guys again for tuning in, and we will catch you guys tomorrow on the new video about the Kia. If I can find my mouse.